You already started the live, damn.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up? Okay. Hey, Wayne, how you doing, girl?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Absolutely.
I can't hear y'all.
You
Okay, wait a
can't
minute.
hear
Is
You
us,
that
can't
man.
me?
hear us?
There we go. There we go.
Okay,
It's on
good.
my end.
All right. So,
Awesome.
hey, thanks to everybody for pulling up.
Yes.
You
Shout
know what
out to
time it
y'all.
is? We are here for
Hold on, let me get
fire,
my.
fire exclusive interview with the one and only.
It's Wayne Truth. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right, so I'm hating on your background graphics and everything right now. Like I'm jealous.
That's
You know,
amazing.
I gotta get me a green screen.
Oh, back here. Yeah.
Yeah, that little thing back there.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all know, since you have StreamYard and I'm not too. Are we live?
Yes.
Yeah, we live now.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice. But anyway, being one of the people that started using StreamYard first, there's some tricks of the trade that go with that. But
Okay.
I'll tell y'all after.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
More
you.
exclusives, more exclusives.
Okay.
Yes, big RBE
Okay.
shit. Yes.
Big
Okay,
RB
big brick shit.
shit.
Okay, let's go.
Hey,
Okay.
Y'all gotta
hey.
forgive me for being late. Like I was just doing 150 million things as usual.
Well, you know
And
what?
y'all excuse me a little bit because I gotta order some stuff from Walmart for the baby's lunch tomorrow because I messed up and didn't
Oh,
do that. So yeah,
Oh
that's
no,
here
we
we
are
are.
cool. We are
it's
cool.
okay. We are all right. It's cool. It's cool. Do your thing, Wayne.
Hey,
Okay.
we got a bunch of people pulling up to show love already.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate that. And I be trying to put it on Facebook too, and I can't find the link for whatever reason.
For the battle, I mean for the stream.
For the stream.
I think I inboxed it to you earlier.
Did you? Okay,
Yeah, it should be
maybe.
in your inbox.
If not,
It
I
should be
can
like right after the stream y'all link. It should be right there.
it's in your Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, got you. For
Shout
the
out
Mm-hmm.
to James
for the
Jenkins.
Facebook.
Shout out Willpower. My bro
Shout
Breed in
out.
here.
Shout out Bree. Shout out
Hey,
Caution.
caution pulled up. You already know
The
the
La
dog and the
Familia.
gun. You know what I mean? The dog and the gun.
Okay. Let's go.
I am
All right.
flushed as hell. Jesus. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll call myself. See, that's what I get for being at the beach all damn day. That's what I
Okay.
get.
Okay.
That's what I get. But
I am jealous.
Right. I'm
hey,
jealous too. I want to be at the
Yeah.
beach.
you know what? Moving to Virginia, I'm making you know what I mean? Like the beach is my
Hmm.
friend. I love the beach.
Right.
I literally am ashamed because I have not been to the beach in maybe since I moved to Memphis. About because
Mm.
I moved from Memphis to I moved from San Diego to Memphis.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like you forget how beautiful the beach is. And
Hmm.
man, listen, I am just happy. Yeah, I really appreciated that. The waves you get
I bet.
that
That's
water
what's
in,
up.
huh?
Yes. I
I,
said I bet.
I,
Just to be able to go
right.
see it whenever you want to is
Yeah, I just forgot how spoiled I used to be. That's just, I
Right.
just yeah, I just forgot how spoiled I used to be, like seriously.
Right.
But anyway,
Right.
yeah.
So
what it
let's
do,
get
murder? That's my
Yeah.
nigga.
Shout out my bro Murder. You feel me? Big Baltimore shit right
okay.
there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hey, shout
For
out
real.
to everybody who pulled up in the comment show. We appreciate all of y'all. And whenever you ladies are ready to get started, we can get into it.
Yep.
Let's
You
get it
ready?
started.
All right.
All
So
right. So.
we gentlemen, I'm a gentleman, so ladies first always.
All right. So Wayne, tell the people where you from.
I am from the Bay Area. Bay Area, nigga.
Hey,
Okay.
West Coast shit. Okay.
Yeah, I grew up. I'm a whole suburb kid, and anybody who knows my history knows I do not deny my suburban lifestyle. I was a whole valley girl. Yes, I was
Mhm.
very much so bougie as shit. But yeah, I am from the Bay Area. We moved to Vallejo, so I grew up most of my life in Vallejo. But with my family between San Francisco and Oakland, so that's where my roots are. But my second home is Seattle, Washington. So yeah,
Okay.
but,
All
yeah,
West Coast.
all West Coast.
All
Yeah,
up and
well,
down
that's
the
Right.
West
the
Coast.
Northwest. We don't consider them West Coast. We
Well,
Northwest.
well, for us, you feel
Yeah,
Yeah,
me?
for us
yeah.
is what it is.
That is
And
the
then my
West.
third home is San Diego, obviously. Yeah, so
Okay.
both sides of the coast. Yeah.
All right.
That's what's
And for the
up.
people that's blind and don't know, what's going on here, can you tell them who you rep with, like what league you represent?
Okay.
Oh, big RBE
Hey,
shit.
big
The
brick shit.
Okay. Big
All
brick
biggest
shit.
league in the world. Yes.
You
But y'all
already
don't see it behind me. Y'all, listen. Something's going on with my whole situation back here right now. But yes, y'all see the big RBE shit behind me. Yes, I rep the brand happily.
Okay.
Yes. Definitely salute to my family, to Shata, to ARP, to Lawrence, to Aunt. Shout out to them. Big
Shout
salute.
out. Shout out.
To all the bricks, all the vets from. We just had a crazy event. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 7, which I'm so
Dope.
proud of. I have
Dope.
not copped that pay-per-view. Y'all do me that favor.
And get the video on demand, okay? We got it. So should you.
Listen.
Let me explain something to y'all, okay?
Yep, go
This
ahead.
event is so fire, okay?
Mhm.
You can watch 2 battles and feel like you got your money's worth and didn't
Okay.
even get through half the event.
The whole card
Tap
is
in.
fire,
Yes,
okay?
Tap in.
Yes.
Like we still got battles to finish watching after that
Right.
event because we keep getting stuck. Like, listen, we watch one battle at a time
Right.
because that's all we can take right now.
Right.
Y'all don't understand. I'm so proud of my season 1 bricks. Like we'll get to that part, but I am so proud of my season 1 bricks and Caution. See, it's so sad that we got to do that. They've been trying to adopt her to season 1, but she's season 2.5. They have really been trying to adopt her because she was Breed's support system. Between her and his mother, like those are 2 women in his life that I don't know if y'all know, and I hope I can say this, bro. I see him in the comments, and I've told this story before, but this is when people show that type of determination for what they want. I admire that. And the whole time when he did that 1SK on Max Out, I had no idea that man's his baby mama was giving birth on Sunday.
Wow, that
When he got home, he had a baby boy.
Oh,
or was it baby girl? I'm sorry. What 2 years? Yeah, it was his baby. Well, he was having a baby.
He was having a baby, right?
I'm like, when were you going to tell? He said, Wayne, I wasn't just I didn't know how y'all was gonna feel about that, so I just. And his focus, his determination with that whole situation, like I completely admired that because
he's a real one, yeah.
You feel me? And it showed me that, I'm not big on excuses in my life and the things that they've endured. I'm not big on excuses when it comes to this process, but like that showed me a lot. And even with his mom and with Caution the drive and just the determination for him to win and what they went, the leaps and bounds that they went to make sure he could do what he needed to do. It was like, that's the type of, I'm big on family, and that is, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
Salute to them. Salute to, like I said, unfortunately, Jeans was not able to battle Jay Murda. There were some things that occurred there, but that battle will be rescheduled. But Zay and Payne, I mean, like these guys, Jay Slash, like you caution, like they understood the mission.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They understood a year ago when we set out for this. You know what I mean? Like what this to me and what it meant to them because of what it meant to me. Like, you know what I mean? I cannot trade them in. I cannot trade them in. So, you know, this process is based off of them. So, you know, I'll start by saying that if you don't like it, I mean, I don't know what to tell you because y'all have big shoes to fill. Everything that the Bricks have right now that ARP is giving us is because of them. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 6 was 3 years ago. Do the math. You know what I mean? Do the math. You can't take nothing away from them. People ask why the brick energy is the way that it is. Look at what we're doing. Look at what we're doing. And they're unscathed. You can't hit a brick up about nothing else. They home. You know what I mean? And they're gonna tell you that. They're gonna represent what they're doing here. They wave their flags loud and proud. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that, you know, but hey, like I said, go cop that VOD. I promise you, you will not regret it. If you love battle rap, these are the women, the woman and men who gave ARP and them their luster for this again. Like that's what they did. He says, if y'all go watch that Hip Hop Is Real 50-part series, and he'll tell you there that was they gave him they really breathed new life into his love for this sport. As well as some of the vets, which I appreciate that. You know what I mean? We went into this not knowing what to expect. And you know what I mean? We got to bless Sweat and Tears and beyond. You know what I mean? Contracts. I mean, yeah. I'm proud of them. Nobody is more proud of them than I am, definitely.
Yeah, definitely fire.
You didn't see, y'all will see me with my Team Bricks jersey on. I came to play. I told y'all I was coming to play. I was serious. I'm so down in it. So first off, hold on.
Okay.
Take that off real quick. Because we're going to get some respect popping up in this motherfucker. Real. Take that comment down real quick.
Okay.
Take that one down too.
Okay.
Do you see that name right there, Wise One? Come correct. I'm not his girlfriend. Come correct. I've been in this culture 11 years. My name is Wayne. Don't forget the ED.
Okay.
Get it
together. Right.
Get it together. I'm going to learn you something today, though. I'm going to learn you something today.
Okay, get it right.
The hitters is on them. The hitters is on them.
But I am talking big talk. I am talking big talk. You're absolutely correct. I'm just saying. I have a name, though. And I thought you saw that on the title of the interview. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm a grown-ass woman. Don't do that.
Anyway, together.
Let's go.
Okay.
On to the next.
Because she'll get you together. Okay. Now, what is your
for my rants? Everybody for my rants, and I be trying to give my life back to Christ. I'm trying to get right for Jesus, and it just don't happen. It be quiet. The drama be calling.
So, what is your role at RBE?
What is my roles? All right. My roles. So I actually created the brick process. So initially, when I came on 2 years ago, Lawrence bamboozled me into actually starting or hosting and putting together the 1SKs. My relationship with them goes back to when they first started, actually 9 years ago, when I was with Angry Fans Radio. And ARP and I really bonded on the business aspect of things, because when I came into battle rap, that was a big thing for me. I really didn't understand why people shook hands and money was involved. Like, that was crazy to me. So you know what I mean? I really wasn't feeling that. So I always preached that. Then ARP came along and it was just kind of like, hey, I dig this man's business savvy. So I was really in love with that. And we became really good friends. Like I said, then I met, of course, Shata, met Lawrence. Ant is one of their silent partners. Although he's around, he doesn't really get as involved with the battler side. But I used to always hit them up because it was just different things that I didn't like. And I would wonder why they was bringing this battler back after he done choked and he done did this. So I used to be calling their phones like, why are you doing this? And why are you doing that? Why you keep putting Big K, I love you to death. You know I do. You know you're one of my favorites. But K was on a really, for a little minute. The dog wasn't being the dog. So I was upset about that. So I used to rant about him, rant about Verb, and then the 1SKs, the talent that was coming in. The girl that was initially doing it was a friend of mine at the time. And certain things weren't going the way that they were supposed to. So I really just used to yell at her and used to yell at Lauren. Cass and I were known for the underdogs. You know what I mean? We're known for knowing all of the up and coming hot talent, and that never changed for me. Like I always kept my ear to the streets. So I used to hit them up and be like, "Look, such and such. I got a battler over here." Da, 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 da. So I want to say that may have been the Get Back. I had brought Bone Car, who battled Wavington. And he called me that morning and was like, would you like to host the 1SK? And I was like, Lawrence, why you didn't call me and tell me this last night? And he's like, well, I'm telling you now. Do you want to host it? I said, yeah. He said, okay, well, I need you to get here right now. Me and my brother Shy, shout out to my brother Shy, because I think he's in the comments. It was something going on that weekend, so we had to take the streets. He's from Atlanta, so we had to take the streets through Atlanta. Traffic was crazy. They waited for me, which was beautiful. So I hosted my first 1SK, and then he called me later and was like, well, how did you like it? And Lawrence is the type of person, he'll ask 100 questions before he gets to the actual question, or you know what I mean?
Right.
He does that.
Right.
Oh gosh, y'all know good and well. Leave these people alone. Reading them. Come on now. Stop.
Hey, look.
If I'm ignoring it, you ignore it. I told y'all, stop giving people the first one's free.
They can't help it. They do all the bullying around here. They don't play that shit, okay?
They don't. They do not play.
No, this is what I love about the Bricks too. The Bricks are a lot like AFM used to be. They didn't play that. You don't come for the queen, and you don't come now. So, I'm in an interview. What's going on?
Right.
Turn my camera off. See what I mean? I told y'all what I needed to do, and this is what she do. Hurry up. Hurry up. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Let's go. On delay.
Oh, yeah.
Post haste. Right there. Post haste and be quiet because they can hear you. We already got somebody who wants attention in the comments right now. I don't want to go ahead. Huh? Oh, right here.
Y'all gonna learn.
Thank you. All right, I'm sorry, y'all.
I know it's all good.
Anyway, so that started the process for me 2 years ago to get back.
Okay.
And then I was offered the permanent job to do it and to do the 1SKs. And I'm the type of person, I feel like closed mouth don't get fed. So I said, if I'm gonna do the 1SKs, I need more. There needs to be a roster, and then I asked for a female roster.
Okay.
They gave me a year to get this popping, and I had so many different ideas. Lawrence was, of course, the head of it because he was he was already a partner with them. I was just coming in, and again, I'm the person. I'm a work for mine. I have no problem with working for mine because I know I can show you what you've been missing, what you've been missing. And the funny thing is, Shata, ARP's brother, wanted to do this years ago, but Shata understands how this culture is. And Shata's words were, "I ain't going to jail for none of these niggas."
Right.
Yeah, right. And I just didn't believe him. So yeah, here I am. But yeah, so I asked for those things. They gave them to me, and yeah, here we are.
Hey, real quick, I want to say shout out to Queen Mo Fire. Like, she is one of our biggest supporters. She pulls up at every stream that we have and shows nothing but love.
Yeah.
I want to shout her out. I want to shout out my bro Q for pulling up too, and everybody else in the comments.
You're one of those. Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all stop talking to him. You're one of those. Godspeed to you and her and everything else. And guess what? The Breakdown crew is now RBE Media, and we work with RBE. So the level up is real, my guy. Go run, tell that. Matter of fact, go run in traffic with scissors.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. With scissors. I like that. Okay.
Right. So, Wayne, what made you get involved in battle rap in the first place? Like, I know how long you've been around, but what was it that made you say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Right.
It wasn't. It wasn't what I wanted to do.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't. I wanted to be a fan. I came in as a fan. Well, and to be honest, it's not a happy story. I lost my mom, my dad, and my brother was murdered in a course of 9 years. And battle rap just kind of came up on me. Like, I was watching Fight Club on MTV, and so it was really that it was an outlet for me, because I was like, I was bad. I was bad,
Right,
but what do you do when you've lost your mother before you even really become a woman? You know what I mean? Your brother is murdered years after that, then your father is the last to die. And even with that situation, it was like, it was very traumatic because of how I was raised. It was like I felt like I was out of an episode out of Greenleaf or something. You know what I mean? Where it was just a whole bunch of family secrets and different things. And it was just, after my father died, it was kind of like, I kind of went into I will say depression, but it was just, I just really went into a dark place because of different things that I was finding out. I really couldn't trust family members. And then it was a lot of money involved. So, how people get when it comes to money. They're fighting over who's going to ride in limousines, and, it was just a lot of stuff. So battle rap kind of became my outlet. You know what I mean? So then I found that there was battle rap on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, let's go see what this is about. So I was not ready. I was not ready. The internet allows you to be whoever you want to be, like people in comments. You want to say to people, and we can't find you. You understand? But hey, hackers, reach out to me, because there's a few niggas that
I'm gonna hit Jane Silent Ball.
Yeah, but because again, being, I say a lot after my the deaths of my family, just kind of the person that I've always been in life. God knew it was, they always say God never gives you more than you can handle. Yeah. And it was just the way that I kind of grew up. I didn't grow up. I didn't try to grow up fast, but I wasn't the girl that wanted to be in boys' faces like that. You know what I mean? Being, trying to sneak and do stuff. Now, of course, you snuck and did things with your friends, but I had older cousins that weren't that much older than me, so I learned a lot from them. But my father raised me to be more of a protector than just me being the girly girl. I've always been the tomboy. I ran track most of my life. You know what I mean? So I didn't really have to work, but I had to work. You know what I mean? I was spoiled as hell, but there was just being from the suburbs and not really knowing what the other side of life was. I chose to try to experience those things early, not realizing that, hey, this might be for other reasons. You know what I mean? Because it made me to who I am today. Because I mean, having family is one thing, but my mother always said it's nothing like a mother's love. You know what I mean? And for those reasons, it's, you know, it just, like I said, battle rap was the outlet for me. And it was just like, okay, coming into that, it was, and getting to know other people from everywhere. My father worked for United Airlines, so I've always traveled and always got to meet people in other places. So it was kind of like, hey, I'm home, you know, meeting different people and talking about different battles. And at that time I was working overnight, so I would sit up and watch Queen of the Ring or Don't Flop. I really was more of an overseas battle rap fan, or Canada, more than, you know, URL initially. For grind time, stuff like that. So I like the variety of battle rap. So I would bring different topics and stuff into the battle rap groups I was in. I was in one that had maybe 300 people. And then I was in another that was predominantly men that had like 68 people. This is where I met Caps, actually. He was a blogger at the time, and he had that rage that that I had when it came to battles. So him, me, and Henny were really cool. So it was like, you know, we just really got to know each other more, and that's kind of where that started. So he was always in the bigger groups. I remember somebody put me in a Chris Unbiased group, and I saw how that went. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go. So that's kind of how that started. And then when he started, Chris Unbiased and them was talking about he, you know, a group, or people was telling him to start a group. And he was like, you know, he was going to start one. Now, what a lot of people don't know, because I was really cool with a lot of different people under my government when I first started out. And 100 Bars magazine, Zilla from 100 Bars magazine, between Caps's blogs and his periodicals, I used to always share those. So me and Zilla, he wanted to kind of start bringing on writers who would go out in the scenes and whatnot. And so I was thinking, you know what, a radio show. So that's when I was telling Caps, well, why not a radio show? So he was like, hey, if you know, find something out, let me know. So we were actually going to do a radio show before the radio show thing even was presented the first time.
Right.
And so then when he started the Facebook group, it was like, he kept adding me in, and my bro Jay Banks, who's actually a part of my network, had they kept adding me in, and I kept leaving. And he's like, yo, why you keep leaving? And I'm like, I'm leaving because I don't want to be a part of this. Like, I don't want to have nothing to do with this. And he's like, but it's my group. I said, yeah, but I don't, these heathens, I'm good. And so he finally talked me into staying in the group. Like, we got our first 10,000 really quickly, you know, and he had, well, his thing, Caps has always been a very private person, so he really needed to have people around him that he could trust. And me, I'm more of a take hands-on, assertive person, so I'm going to jump right in, and, you know, whatever you ask me to do, I'm gonna make sure I do it to the fullest. So that's kind of how that started. The first radio show that was presented, it was like, okay, that's fine. You know, he was like, well, I know you wanted to do a show. How do you feel about this? So at that time, I was like, look, you be the face, and I'm gonna get this group cracking. And I mean, we had such a cult following. It was like, there's so many ideas that I had in my head that I'm like, yo, just you do the show thing, and I'm gonna be good. We about to get this popping, because Tim and Through It 3 at the time, they didn't want to do Facebook. That's where everything was before Twitter was really popping. So they didn't want to do that. So it was just us and Henny really trying to get this, you know, get this show off the ground. So I was actually in school. I'm a marketing major, business administration with a concentration in marketing. So I was like, look, if I do this, I may take off some time from school, but when I come back, like I'm using this because they have the I cannot remember the specific name of the program, but it's like the work when you can use your work credits if you are in that type of in that type of field, you can use that for credit, certain things.
Right.
And so that's what I did. So it was like I had put the brand into commerce, got our trademark, and like, and you now that I got to send him that email, matter of fact. But anyway, trademark about to expire. But anyway, it was all of that, all of the business stuff. That was me. Like that, you know what I mean? It was basically making sure that if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this the right way. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of how that started. Then it was Trouble in Paradise for them. And then all of a sudden he was like, all right, Wing, I need you to do this show. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not trying to do a show.
Right.
My son was sick at that time. So he was like, well, can you just fill in, for a couple of weeks? All right, cool. He had a whole nother game plan. So yeah. So he was like, he told me, he was like, watch this. And all of a sudden,
set you smooth up.
Right.
Set me up. So between him and Lawrence, I don't know who was worse. Set me all the way up for real. And then the second show came about and I was fully on that show. I'm telling y'all, I promise to God, I never wanted to do this. I was the girl that everybody was like, they hated my ass. They hated me because they was like, how did Cap, where did she come from? Cap's was like, this girl, don't nobody know her, whatever. So that's how that started. But yeah, I truly was like, I am not trying to, that was never my focus, to be in front of anyone's camera, to, be on anyone. And then at that time, girls really didn't talk battle rap like that. You know what I mean? And so to kind of be thrown into, the whole situation, AFM was rough. They were rough. I mean, it was a lot of women in that group, but they never, they was thirst trapping. They wasn't talking battle rap.
Right.
So it was like, I was really one of the only few that knew my shit for real. And didn't mind arguing with you because again, like I said, I double back to my upbringing. It was like, yeah, I'm on the block. I was cutting school, but I was on the block in North Richmond hanging out where everybody, they don't dice games and everything, or at the barbershop, stuff like that. I liked being around that, whatever they talked about, because I was never around any dumb people. So the game that they was given, and I mean, I'm from the land of 50, so they grind, they pimp, they do all that, but they really actually taught you a lot, So this was my thing. It was right up my alley. So yeah, it was never my plan, y'all. It was never my plan.
Well, what did you learn from your time and your experiences with Angry Fan?
I don't know who. What are you talking? What? Oh my Lord. Anyway, let me say this. I pray to God I don't never find out who a lot of you niggas are, and you some hoe ass niggas to even sit here and say the shit that you say. Me moving to Virginia was for my daughter. The roommate I have is my nigga. Shut the fuck up. Because I know who you are, Clay. And you might want to be easy. And I know where you got that from. See, the thing about it is, y'all some smart, dumb people that think you know so much. And the rumors that y'all already started, I done already heard about them. Because while y'all think y'all talk in circles of people that don't tell your business, all of y'all talk. But y'all sit up here and stand on principles talking about y'all gangsters and Crips and Bloods and all these other things. And all of y'all are chatty patties and probably snitching when you are taking it up the butt. But let's
go. All right. So
no tears, sweetie. You ain't never seen me cry. You ain't never seen me cry. But I've seen you cry plenty of times. Go holler at 1-2 Lou. Hopefully that footage don't drop.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you feel like with some of the things you learned, during your time with Angry Fan, and you
I
talked about your
learned to
experiences?
deal with adversity and not get upset about it. Like, that was the first experience of haters. That was the first experience of people backbiting and being upset because you're in positions that they can't be, or you have certain controls that they don't have. You know what I mean? A lot of people, Caps used to always tell me, people are going to try to get close to you to get to me. And it was a lot of that. You know what I mean? And so that, like, I learned a whole lot about, and the fact that I already kind of read people call me very standoffish because I don't give people a lot of my time. They see me winged as mean. No, I'm not mean. And y'all shut up in the chat. I'm not mean. But I've been that way all my life. I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't really deal with a lot of BS. So, and I make sure I fact check and I keep the files on everything because of little slick shit that people do and say. So,
yeah, we know RBE is famous for keeping files.
Yeah. Listen.
That's a part of the business model.
Listen, I've learned from the best. So a lot of stuff don't get to me. And then if I do ever have to put things out there, it's substantiated. You can always have how you feel things went, but there's your side, my side, and there's the truth of the matter. And most of the time, the truth of the matter is it's a whole lot of disgruntled ass grown men whores and grown whores that want to be mad about nothing. What can you prove at the end of the day? I know what I can prove. So, they tried to, people have tried to set him up in situations, and I'ma always beat you to the punch on something because the thing about it is I don't do this for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do this for me. Like I come from something. You know what I mean? I've seen plenty in my life. So battle rap is not necessarily something this is ghetto celebrity to me. You know what I mean? And it's a way of life for a lot of people to feed their families. And I respect that. But it's a lot of backbiting in this too. A lot of grabbing the bucket mentalities. You know what I mean? A lot of hating. A lot of hating because a lot of people don't want to put in the work. A lot of I'm gonna go sit by this person and I'm gonna ride this person's coattails because I want to get on. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. So, I do get stressed out about it. I do because, like I said, I don't have to do this. I really don't have to do this. They can bring anybody else in to do this. You know what I mean? But they chose to mess with me. And a lot of times it always starts off beautiful when it's working for you. And so it's not working for you anymore.
Right. That part.
You know what I'm saying? And it's always fun, even on my media side. It's always fun when I'm doing what you want me to do until I call you on your BS and then it's a problem.
Right.
That's unfortunately, that's the Caps went through it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things and I will sit back and it's so much that I'm always in a position that is so much that I can say, but I never can say it because I'm not going to betray the trust of the people around me. But there's a lot that can be said in a lot of different situations. There's a lot that can be shown. Call me a snitch all day long, but I'm going to protect my name first. So, you know what I mean? I don't really care because when you're trying to say things against what is going on when it's positive, you know what I mean? I'm going to fight for that. I'm definitely going to fight for that. So,
Hey, real quick, I want to shout out my man Dialon 5 times. Like, I heard his name before, but I didn't see his actual battles until he battled Blade Montana. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I had Blade taking the battle, but you were fire though. Yeah. You were fire. It was to the point where like my reasons for picking him were petty. You feel me? It was like a point system. Yeah. You know what I mean? But keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like
Mhm.
you are fire, bro. Like, and I look forward to seeing more from you in the future. You know what I mean? Like,
It was
definitely.
a
Inquiring
good day.
minds, you have the
Mhm.
wrong brand, sweetie. They're not doing my dirty work. They're the rappers, idiot.
Mm.
Like seriously, y'all know I can do this all day, right? Y'all do know that. I love. Did y'all forget where I came from? I love stuff like this. We can do this all day long. You sound dumb. How are they idiots? And they're the ones that's getting on the platforms, not me. What are you talking about? Be smarter. Matter of fact, I'm wondering if your parents told you to speak before you write, type. You might want to do that. That sounds stupid. They're the ones getting on the platform, not me. Try again. Y'all some weird asses decided to come over here and hate. You do realize that y'all can say what y'all want to say, and that's gonna mean what exactly? We're still gonna be moving. We're still gonna be doing what we're doing. And your little voices, because y'all don't want to come behind from behind the fake profiles that you have, it's not gonna matter. Y'all know that, right?
Right.
And I don't mind spending time with you. That's what I'm here for. Does ARP know how messy and trash this brick process is? How messy and trash is it? Because I don't know a wise 123 that's in it. So how messy and trash is in it? Inquiring minds would like to know.
All right. So, do you want to get into the brick process? Because that's the next
Yes, let's
question.
get
Okay.
into
Hold up,
Let's.
hold
the
up, hold
brick
up.
process.
Before we jump, hold up, before we jump. I had one more question on the whole Angry Fan
Okay.
topic before we move.
Okay.
What's your current relationship like with Caps and the Angry Fan movement currently?
We don't have one.
And there you have it.
Okay. All right.
All right. So.
And we gonna leave it at that.
So let's get into the brick process.
Damn.
Let's get
Let's talk
into
about
it.
it. Let's talk about it.
Um,
So,
hold on one minute. I have my notes. So, like I kind of explained to y'all, yeah, I'm a nobody that knows everybody. I tell everybody that. Try again. Anyway,
We know you.
as I was telling y'all, you know how I started with this. So with the brick process, what we did, we decided to grandfather a certain amount of people in, and then we decided to have certain newcomers in.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what how we started it. So we started with we had, well, after the get back, we had 2 cards with battlers. Hold on one. Yeah, we had 2 cards, which was the get back was Pain, Zay, and Bone Card. So those were the advancing 1SKs. Before there was even a process though, we, like I said, I was doing the 1SKs. So then that's when I brought on Larry Bull and Dev the Demon. So those guys all together, after that Corona hit, of course, so we couldn't, you know, really do, or around that time, that's when Corona hit. So we had kind of paused or whatnot. And then Max Out came. And then that's when Max Out won. And then that's when you had Delbo and Jay Breed. And so in the implementing stages of the process, we started with them. And as we started with them and built off with grandfather guys and guys at the time, I was trying to get a couple of girls in. That got sabotaged, but Raw Image and Lady Tunes in Max Out 2 actually took the challenge. It was 2 weeks prep, and they, unfortunately, their battle didn't come out, but we did want to give them a shot to come back. But also within that time frame, Jeans and Coach actually advanced as well. So with taking all of them, we built this process. You know what I mean? So there was, it was a lot of hit and miss and trial and error of things. Oh God, and trial and error of things. I already know somebody is watching the interview and calling me right now.
But it's a lot of stars in that brick process, though. I tell you that.
Yeah, it really is. And like I said, we had a plan of what we wanted, but for starters, because this brand, hey Larry, I never forgot about you. You know what, Larry? I'm coming to that actually. I'm actually coming to you in a minute with just the whole explanation. But the like I was saying, the initial process, it was kind of hit and miss for me because I I know what they needed in terms of growth and development, but it was just like, how do you get these guys there? How do you get the respect for them? How do you know what I mean? This is so new. I was scared as all get out, but as I was saying, their pedigree was right. You know what I mean? And so I was like, you know what? If we make mistakes, we make them together. But they completely trusted me, and I trusted them.
Okay.
You know, I will say, Cap said to me during that time frame, Cap said to me, he said, you do know, he said, I know how caring of a person you are. What I don't want you to do, though, is get your feelings hurt if they go to URL.
Wow. Okay.
So it was like, you know, I don't think I'm going to have that problem. I really don't think that I will have that issue. So I had confidence in them. And they had confidence in me. So this is definitely how we started. And then, like you said, they were already stars. It was actually just the world needed to see them. So it wasn't much that I needed to do for them because, like, for instance, a Pain, you know what I mean? Pain was there.
That boy cooking.
God. A Pain was there, and who said anything about I'm sweating because it's hot in here. Sorry. But Pain and Coach, I'm trying to think, Jay Breed, Zay, they all kind of had an idea of what they wanted to do.
Right.
And who they wanted to be. You know what I mean? As far as in this process. And the beautiful thing about that, none of them hated on each other.
Right.
None of them hated on each other. They all assembled to play their positions in the process.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was a beautiful thing. That was definitely a beautiful thing. And of course, anybody else who was coming into it, basically, you know, within that season, just kind of fell in line in terms of who they wanted to be, soaking up the game from each other. They're calling each other. You know what I mean? They were competitors of each other, but that unity is what they showed. It was like, hey, I can talk about you, but everybody else can't talk about you.
Right.
So that was the beautiful thing about it. That was really the beautiful thing about it. But I know Treehouse. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure. Actually, I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. And some of my brothers in them is in the chat, so I was trying to make sure that and the battlers. I'm sorry, and I do certain things that's being said. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm not gonna do it again. Yeah. Anyway, so and you know what? I'm sorry. I'm a petty person, and I do like to entertain. Because they sound stupid, and I just like to repeat what they say so other people can hear how stupid they sound. Because if I didn't know what I was doing, we wouldn't have contracts in the brick process, and it wouldn't be so many haters being mad right now because they're not in the brick process.
Okay.
Hey, yo, shout out to EJ Always too in the Wade gang, yo. Shout out to y'all, bro.
Shout out.
All right, so we talking about the whole process. Somebody from the comments, actually, Rex Ruger, had a question for you.
Yes.
He said, "What is the hardest part of artist development?"
Ooh, people not wanting to be not wanting to do artist development. That's earlier I was mentioning about excuses. I'm not really big on excuses. I'm not really big on if I'm trying to um, teach you how to do certain things and you don't follow through. You know, I have a whole life at the end of the day, but I don't try. I spend most of my time with the bricks. You know, ARP will tell me, and you know what, he was right from the start. You know, getting too close to um the battlers it can sometimes, you know, be a have a negative to that, because they expect for you to do this all the time, and that's kind of what, you know, they expect for you to hold their hands, they expect for you to always be there at their beck and call, but you know, it's kind of like your kids don't expect for you to have a life, but it's always them, you know. So I understand that, but it's kind of like you have to have a give and take there. It has to be, you got to understand that, hey, I have this to do as well, and I can't always get back to you. Or, you know, if we're like family should be able to express how you need to get on your job, and this is what you need to do, because this isn't for me, this is for you. You know what I mean? Because of where we're trying to go with this is what you need to learn to do now, because if you don't learn to do it now, what you gonna do when you get to the main stage or whatever? You know what I mean? But I can't want it for you more than you want it for you. And these are, like I said, as we're going through the process, these are things that I'm even learning too, because I'm so stressed out about why this person ain't doing this or why this person ain't doing that. They too mad about, oh well, you're not, you know, you're not doing this for us, you're not doing that for us, but I am trying to tell you what to do. But yeah, I'm not gonna do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So that's the hardest part, is trying to get them to understand how important that part is. A lot of battlers come and be like, hey, I'm RBE now, I'm good. When that's not what this process is. There's so many people that want to get in this process that at the end of the day, if you're not doing, if it's a competition, number one. It was set up as a competition. So while you're learning to be competitive, learning how to combat people mentally, strategically, amongst your peers, and actually still having that unity, it's a lot that you have on your plate. And I don't lie. I am going to line you up every chance I get. I don't lie about that. I am very straightforward. I will not lie when I say that I lined them up, and I laugh about it. And I tell them all it's going to do is build character, you know, but I'm doing it because there's reasons why. So, you know, you know, it's fun. I'd like for it to be fun. I like for them to see, you know, why are you laughing at me, F. I'm so listen, when they come into the process, and, you know, like, again, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to candy coat anything. If you can reveal, what what you asking, bro? You know you got my number. You should have called me. What you talking about here? Murder. You know what murder. You know what we've been talking about, bro.
Come on, 6 feet.
Listen.
Oh shit.
Listen.
Insane push off the camera.
But let me say this too. I don't scout. I do no scouting. I do absolutely no scouting. I know that I hear that a lot, but we don't scout. Line me up, I'm gonna smoke some. We absolutely do no scouting. And the reason I don't scout is because I have a methodology in regard to things, and the way I look at things is, when you come to RBE, we're chosen. You know what I mean? Like, when y'all chose each other, that was a commitment that you made, right? So at the end of the day, that's the commitment that you make to RBE. I can come to you and give you the option, but it's a difference when you choose it for yourself. You respect it more. You feel me? So that's why we don't scout.
I feel that. I understand that, Wayne. I get it.
That is my biggest thing. I don't scout. And listen, it may be a lot of people that are me. It may be a lot of people, but we have been telling people over and over again. ARP has been saying it, who to contact and all these different things. If you don't know who to contact, you haven't been listening. And to me, that makes me feel as though you're not looking to be a part of the process. You're looking to advance through something. You know what I mean? You're looking for a one shot and that's it. And that's cool. But that's not fair to people who actually want to be here, who actually want to be a part of something that regardless of what anybody else say, you know, it may be a sprinkle of people that may feel one way, but it's 25 of them motherfuckers that actually feel like, you know what, we working. That's a difference. You know what I mean? So a naysayer really can't say too much. It's 25 of them that's moving, that's working, that's actually getting battles, that's getting booked, that's moving up. Mm-hmm. You can't beat that. I like them odds.
Right.
We got another question from James Jenkins, who's also another like very, very solid supporter of ours. He always pulls up. He asks some great questions.
You know what? ARP actually told me I'm a boss. Sorry. I'm a partner, honey. And actually my name is on the contract and I actually have the ability to rescind them. I guess your groupie dick sucking friends didn't tell you that part, huh? Yeah. Probably because somebody doesn't have a contract to show you.
Contracts, okay.
Listen, they keep them coming. I got all day. Got all day because you was put here to start controversy, and I got one for you. You got the right one, boo. You know the problem is y'all don't know me very well. Wicked Winged. I mean, y'all don't know me very well. It's not much that you can say to me. I really don't care because guess what? Your friends are mad. I'm not. That's why you're here.
That's why you're here. Okay.
Hey, so my man,
here we go. Speak on how close you are with all of them VA people. Yeah, Ab, I was closer to first. Rolla, Squeako. Yeah. What's your point? Do you know my history? Yeah, I've been on the scene. What's your point? Yes, and I'm close to Breed, and I'm close to Peaches, and I'm close to Payne, and I'm close to Coach. What the fuck is your point? Do you realize that we have more Midwest people than we have the sprinkle of VA people? Get your bars up, homie.
Get to life.
Hey, Treehouse. So you know it's already Baltimore.
I didn't for you, sweetie.
Baltimore already in RBE Treehouse. Shout out to 6'8". You feel me?
Thank you, Willpower. We are definitely about respect. And you know what? At the end of the day, a lot of disrespectful stuff has happened. And we have been trying to keep things together. But like I said, it's you know, we're gonna continue to do what we do. But what we're not gonna do is play with me. So you can continue to do you. Mention him. What you seem to be, like I said, the more you talk, the more you expose yourself. I appreciate you. Name all the names that you need to name. What's your point? I just need to know what's your point. It's one thing to be a good battle rapper, and it's another thing to be a star. We're breeding stars over here. Check my resume. What's your next question?
All right, so the next question is who were the first bricks?
So the first bricks, as I mentioned before, was Larry Bull, Dev the Demon, Wise from Baltimore.
Okay.
Delvo, J Breed, J Slash, J Jeans, Payne, Coach, Remedy. Who else am I missing? Guys, who else am I missing? Oh, please don't kill me. I don't think I'm missing nobody. Oh, and Katie. KD did come back too. KD did come back. We had several cuts within that before we actually developed what Cav and Larry called the pink slip matches. It was when we got to season 2, we added that on there. because that it did add an extra element. And unfortunately, at that time too, it's like, again, when you grow with these guys, it just, being that they were the product, and we cried together, we laughed together, like we're that close. So when I had to cut Larry, that really did something to me. Like it really, really did something to me, because I had to wake up, and I had to understand that this is a business and this is a process. And while I understand that this is a process, it's still my family. That's my brother. Like, I talk to Larry is also another one that I talk to every single day. Treehouse, I'm gonna get to 6'8" and Will Major in just a minute, because although they came in around that time, I gotta explain how that worked. Zay, did I say Zay? I did say Zay. But Larry just, you know what I mean? Larry was, I don't know, it hurt everybody when Larry got cut. Like, all of us was just, that was a tough one. That was really, really a tough one. With season 1, don't ever get it twisted as to think that even though what you see is, they're so put together and really and composed. Believe you me, in the group chats, them niggas was at each other's necks.
I bet.
You can tell by the personalities of the people in that bunch that it was probably hectic.
Right.
It was crazy how it, but it was like brothers fight amongst brothers, and then tomorrow they'll come back in there. But it was funny. You know what I mean? It was fun. It was like family, like, families fight. But anyway, with cutting Larry, it taught me that I had to stop being as invested, that I had to think about this. Yeah, they're my family, but I really had to become drill sergeant. Even though I was already drill sergeant, but I had to be drill sergeant without a heart. I have to look at, I said that these were what the principles were going to be for this. I have to stand on them.
Right. That makes sense.
So that's really what that taught me, is that I had to stand on them. So it's like,
that's a gem.
Right. And that was a message that I heard loud and clear. So with season 2, it was like, all right, now I have to, reel the situation in. It's been fun, but yeah, let's get back to business. So now all those 6'8", Will Major and Steve Staples, they actually did tryout battles with our first Brick by Brick event for season 1 in Houston. And so when I brought them on, now let me say this, because that's another thing you asked about, what I learned too. This is why I guess they don't really worry about me too much with this job too, because I have such thick skin, because I'm always be the one taking the bullet. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. But it was like with 6'8", and I love him to death, but Lawrence was not sold on 6'8" at all. He went back to his battle with Reggie P in Atlanta with Bullpen, and he was just like, no. So it was a dig to try to get 6'8" into the fold. Like, like I said, Lauren, it's been payback for me ever since Lawrence bamboozled me into this job. And so I always have to be creative how I bring the talent to him. You know what I mean? Or on him. So with 8, it's like, that's the other thing about trust. I'm gonna do what I can to get you here, but you better show out. Like, you know what I mean? That's always the thing. You better show out.
Right.
So
And it's only right.
I can't remember who he battled, but it was a whole miscommunication thing. He thought that he didn't realize that it was two separate cards, although we had that conversation, but I think he just heard RBE and was like, okay, I got you. But ARP was there. I don't think he was at that first event. I think he was at the second one. But 6'8"
Right.
showed out. 6'8" showed out. So I was able to get him in the door. And then that's when they did their official 1SK at Lift His Soul. Because you have to have a 1SK in order to get into the brick process. And then from there, if you've had a 1SK prior to, we can grandfather you in. Or if you have a resume that a lot of times I don't feel right asking people if they want to do the 1SK when they hit me up, or if I can possibly grandfather them in or get them maybe a one-off situation, those type of things. The rematch might happen. It might happen. That's something that we've talked about. I appreciate you actually. I don't know if that was a petty question or not, but that was a good question, Inquiring Minds. That might happen. Yeah, the rematch between Laji and Caution. I mean, they're not. Neither one of them are opposed to it.
Ooh, that's gonna be fire, Wayne.
Listen, this is what I mean by putting them in the best positions that I can. Every 1SK, the difference with a 1SK and a PG, like I don't mind going there, but the difference between a 1SK and a PG, if you ever noticed back then, the PGs were never on a main card. You know what I mean? So it's always been about giving you the best opportunity that we possibly can. And in this case, being creative about when you perform, starting off the show on a huge major card. You know what I mean? With Caution and La G, that was a humbug for real. Once again, I am a firm believer as a closed mouth don't get fed. So I hit both of them up since both of their opponents didn't show and was like, listen, I need this. Y'all, you know what I mean? I understand if y'all can't do it.
Right. But wasn't it short prep and stuff like that they had to do?
They had 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. Like, right.
3 hours.
Yeah, because we interviewed both of them and they said the same, like, yeah. And they showed out though.
They showed out. But listen to what they did. 2 of the other guys' opponents didn't show for BBB4. And they didn't show. And Lawrence was like, I need them to do the same thing that Caution and La G did.
Right.
Like, no. They can't do it. They was too locked in with their opponents. Lawrence was like, what? Okay. Yeah, it was the ladies definitely set a bar for that because it's certain bets that can't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I applaud them definitely for that. And for my ladies movement, I really wanted my ladies movement to really be, I don't do the caddy. I've been in battle rap for a long time, and no diss to any, because I know majority of the females in battle rap, but I just am not with the caddy. I've never been with the caddy. I've never had a lot of girlfriends anyway, because women, it just be too much. Although it seems in battle rap, there's more men that are more cattier than women or always behind some beef with a woman, but that's neither here nor there. But I wanted something where the ladies would be respected. You know what I mean? I really wanted it to be where the women, because they're newcomers, they're underdogs.
Right.
It's not about the sexy, it's about the bars for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fan. I want to hear you rap. I mean, I understand men like looking at what they're looking at, but this is a sport. So for me, I really, you know what I mean? That's what I was looking for. So again, although Lady Tunes and Miss Scheme Queen, Raw Image, had their first shot, we didn't bring them back directly or right away. Right. I needed somebody who was going to be explosive. You know what I mean? So in starting this women's movement, I was really just figuring it out and, you know, trying to see what I wanted to do. And I don't know what, I can't remember what I was doing that particular day, but it was so funny because one day just the light bulb went off. And I think, I can't remember whose battle I was looking at, but Caution's battle came up. Caution's battle on She Go Hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I called Breed and I said, look, let me ask you a question. I already knew her. You see what I'm saying? But I did the same thing. I do the same thing with every battler, really. You know, I know if your people's in battle rap, I always go to them and ask them. But I'm always the type of person, I sit back, they call me a lurker because I sit back and I watch. I'm always watch how you move because in silence, when you ain't saying nothing to somebody and you know they hollered at you about doing this or whatever, they think that when they think you're not watching, that's when I'm watching. So I've always watched how she moved, how a lot of people move, you know what I mean? But in this case, I asked Breed, you know, what you think about Caution being me doing the 1SK with her. And me and Fresh the Great, I've known Fresh the Great for a very long time too. When she was on Crown the South, I always felt like she was dope. And I always told her, look, when I get this right, watch what I do. So I just felt like I wanted to change what the perception was. It's supposed to be for female battle rap. It's okay to be sexy, but it's okay to give girls a chance that actually have talent. So I felt like, hey, the Straight to It card, a great place to display this talent, because if they trash, you amongst God tiers, they gonna tell you. And Lil Flip was there. So, you know what I mean? It was like, I'm gonna put them under the most pressure that they could be in. And so I proposed that to her. And when I tell you, that child worried my life. Yeah. We couldn't tell nobody. We couldn't tell anybody. We couldn't tell the 1SKs who was on the card because it was a secret card. Remember when we did Straight to It? So it was like, that child, listen, Will, you know what I'm talking about. That is seriously the little sister that I never had. You know what I mean? Like, all Tato, Peach, Lord Jesus. I promise you.
Hey, look, hold up. Tato keeps calling out somebody to battle.
So we want to say.
So I want to take a minute while we lit like this to say,
Roxanne, Shantae,
bring your old ass outside.
Okay, let's go. Okay,
bring your old ass outside. What's up?
Oh my God, Tato better sit her ass down. Tato better sit her ass down.
Man.
That child right there is something serious. She is the female version of Pain. I promise. Y'all do not understand. Like,
we understand.
You got the male version, the female version of Breed, and you got the female version of Pain. Y'all, announcement coming soon.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm here for all the smoke. I want to see all
intergender card.
And that shit right there.
That's gonna be
that
fire.
Shit right there. Oh my God.
Intergender card gonna be fire.
Might be some call out that happen. Yeah.
Like that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty. Like if I'm thinking
the top of the year. The top of the year.
Hey yo, listen. It's gonna come down to some petty shit, like because Tato a Ravens fan, I'm gonna be like, yeah, yo, she won, you know what I mean? And that's my dog. Like, y'all understand, yo, like, you feel me? Like that whole Ravens Nation shit is serious. You feel me? Like, we don't play about that. And the fact that she not even from here, she rocking with us.
Yeah.
You already.
Now I can even tell you, Corner Store Peaches versus Will Major.
Hey, yo.
Y'all hear that? Okay. Fire.
Hey, Peaches.
Hey, Peaches, we see you.
Hey, yo.
Shout out to Peaches.
I hope you ready because he about to talk real crazy.
Have y'all seen the
Shout out
promo
Will Major.
the promo he did the other day
Listen.
when he had Peaches jumping in the box, and who was that? That was Raw. I think it was Raw, and Caution was on top of the truck. Hilarious.
Yo.
Hilarious. I'm like, you know, that was absolutely I'm gonna you know what, I'm gonna be together.
Hey, yo.
My coach.
No, yo, no. Like, oh man, like Peaches go bark on you, bro, but he about to talk crazy now. I know how he talk already. He about to talk crazy to Peaches, yo. Like, I hope she, ready for that, because
Tato is trash. She sucks, but yet she's a brick. Who would be a better brick? Please tell me, since you can do my job so much better. I'll wait.
Hey, and while we taking this break, I want to take a minute to shout out my man Sniper. You feel me?
Yes.
Yeah. Doing this
you
thing.
already.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sniper, listen, and I've known
Shout out
Sniper
Sniper.
for
Congratulations.
so long. Like, again, I go back to the Spit That Heat. I think that was Trez's second battle on Spit That Heat. Like, that whole Spit That Heat movement was the shit for me. And Sniper and Flacco L have been the most underrated battlers for me. Like, they
Flacco L been underrated for a long time.
Yes, it's several of them. Again, although being from Cali, I was living in the South, so a lot of the high doubles, you know what I mean? This process was really something for me to get the Sires and the T Riley's back, the Taylor J's, like, you know what I mean? People that I've been watching for years. I really wanted to also give them the segue to be able to, come and, I mean, these are people who I respect, a Mr. Mills. Like, these are people who I respect their pens, and, their stocks have dropped for different reasons or whatever. But I felt like this set of guys with that first season, and even with the second seasons and the 2.5s, restored battle rap for them, because the hunger is crazy. Like, that is one thing I cannot deny. A lot of my guys and girls, the hunger is crazy. You know what I mean? And that's what they keep wanting to do. You know what I mean? Like, they're not afraid to battle anybody. They're gonna call you out in a minute. You know what I mean? They know how to play the game. You know what I mean? My biggest thing with this process is learn to read the room, because that's what you're gonna have to do in battle rap anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's really battle rap. Them rapping is 30% of this process. Everything else is the fundamentals that you need in the game. And being in the culture for as long as I have, being able to talk with the different battlers that I know, and like I told Show the other day, like, this process was, and Jay Murder, this process, they're my guys. You know what I mean? That this is a process that I mimicked off of when they was coming in, and when they were the URL rejects going over to RBE and making their names and doing it, you know what I mean? And actually being free-willed to do what they wanted to do. Show Off, a lot of people don't know the reason Show Off even speaks on the whole not signing contracts. There's a whole, I don't know if he told y'all the other night, there's a whole thing that he has behind that. You know what I mean? So it's really nostalgic for me, really. You know what I mean? It really is. Like, we were talking the other day, and it was just, there's drama in everything you do, but as we were talking, bro was really offended with certain things, because, like he said, I know this is your baby, and I know how you feel about this process, and and that's why I'm here. you know, but you know, he didn't mind coming down and talking to the battlers and giving them game about different things. And so and that respect factor from the vets of RBE is really what I want for the battlers. You know what I mean? For them to help them grow and build and do what they need to do. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So some of the you know, the new, you know, we shouted out Sniper, but are there any other of the newer bricks that you want to, you know, shout out that people might not know?
Yeah, Def the Kid. Def is, oh my God, that young man, like, I love him to death. I absolutely love him to death. For him to be so young, he gets it. He really, really gets it. And he has a plan. He came in with a whole plan. When I first met him, I was kind of like, okay.
That's the first thing I thought after, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
our first interview with him.
Like, little young guy, okay, we'll see. You know, and I had been hearing about him. Shout out to my bro EJ. EJ had told me about him too. And I was like, okay, you know, but yeah, Def is definitely that boy is going to be a star. Like,
he already is.
He already is. Absolutely. He just made his overseas appearance. Like, there's so many. Me and him build a lot. You know what I mean?
Hold up. Because you say he just made an overseas appearance. No, my man just went over to Belfast and caught a body. Some of y'all don't even know where Belfast is.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. But yes.
And I think he said in his interview
on Shoddy Horrors League over there.
Yeah.
Oh, Premier. Yeah.
Let's not play.
So you feel me? That's overseas battling, okay.
That's a fact. So I have 2 overseas battlers that.
Let's go.
Yeah, Zay been over twice. Yeah, Zay been over twice. Yep. So I think he's doing no coast. I think that's what he was doing, is no coast.
International death.
That's dope.
International, multinational death.
Yes. Multinational death.
Right. Let's go. That's dope, though, Wayne.
Hey, that is fire. Shout out to Def the Kid. And if y'all don't know Tap, man, and Trey, he will smoke you, so don't even say nothing, because I already know what you was going to think.
Wise, you may want to figure out what his life is. I don't think he would want you to be calling me his girlfriend anymore.
Oh, all right.
They want to check in with that. But hey, that's fine with me. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I was just trying to be respectful to him.
All right. So,
y'all, let me have my fun. I'm sorry. I'm over everybody. But anyway, the other, let me see.
Look. Shut up, Trey.
Like, he don't even know how much fun I'm having when he says shit like that. Like, you really don't know. So keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Hey.
Alright, so
let me
graduating to Red Breeds.
Y'all about to get me killed. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all about to get me killed because I'm trying to see. And y'all don't think that I don't know who y'all are. I'm just looking at my list. Because, yeah, Calf, definitely. Will Major, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, 6'8" just had a wow performance with Craig Lamar.
Craig Lamar, who also has been cooking lately too. Yes. Let's not get it twisted. Craig is back.
The ladies. We cannot forget the ladies. Miss
Tapping, okay.
Peaches, like the ladies, you know, my top, what is that? My top 6, my top 5. Yes. Killing it. Caution, Logi, Tato, Peaches, Miss Scheme Queen, Raw Image. Listen, let me tell y'all, Raw Image was, this is what I mean by digging deep and not complaining. Raw Image was on the cutting block. And yeah, she, we just really didn't know if she was going to be able to ascend. And huh?
What? She is wilding. You know what? Her and Trey wilding. Both of y'all is wilding.
Oh my.
Hey, you know what? I'm about to start. Hey, yo. Really? All right. Hey, you know what? When you know what you're doing, you feel me? Like we already know you know what you're doing. So she
why
put it
don't
out
you
there.
go tell the other bricks that they need to do more promo like I've been telling them for the past 3 months. How about that? Again, keep them coming. Tell your homegirl, because if you see that, they see that, and whoever sent you, you might want to tell them to do that, because obviously, like always, people tell half of the story. They're told to do interviews. They're asked to do interviews. They're put in certain outlets to do interviews. But we're only talking about bricks. We're not talking about your friends.
So graduate into Rare Breed's Bricks Forever.
All right, so the whole like transition from from being a brick to being considered a rare breed. You feel me? Is that even a thing, or is they like just?
Well, let me put it this way. After you do a 1SK, you're not an official brick. You really aren't the official brick until you have your first. You're in the process, but until you have your first battle. We changed that up. Lawrence and I had changed that up after BBB4 because of some things that had occurred, but we just felt like it's probably best that, again, if season 2 bricks are working to build their names and all of them are in different places, it's really not fair to automatically call them something that they're working towards. You feel me? So we said, let's go ahead, and we don't really want to call them, don't want to call them mortar or anything like that, but they are in the process. So I look at several different aspects when you're in the process to level you up, because there is a stint of time that there's required things that you need to do. Again, these are things that you would normally do if you're a battle rapper. You know what I mean? If you truly want to be a part of this and you're reading the room and watching what all the other battle rappers are doing, Wayne ain't telling you to do nothing that you wouldn't have to do. Because let me tell you something, when you make that main stage, that's in the contract. And yeah, so, I'm just basically here to get you ready for that for the most part. You know what I mean? Because that, for some people who want to play games, yeah, I'd handle the main stage bookings as well. So those contracts, yeah, those performance contracts, that is, these are things that this company, let me put it this way. Although we have transitioned into a league officially, Rare Breed Entertainment, before Battle Rap, this is a brand that was long standing. They're an entertainment company. Why wouldn't you entertain?
Right.
That's what you're a part of. You see what I'm saying? So I'm big on them knowing the RBE history so that it's certain things that they need to apply to those models, because that's what that's what they do, and everything that they do, that's what they apply to it. So just kind of, going off of what they do. But once you make the main stage, you can be contracted and not necessarily hit the main stage yet and still in the brick process. There is an official passing of the torch, there's an official graduation and then passing of the torch, which is blood, sweat, and tears. But all these things you have to be able to work up to.
And I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of people in here watching that I feel as though need to hear those points that you touched on. You know, like it's more to it than just showing up and rapping. You feel me? Like you have to be an overall entertainer. For one, people have to want to watch you. You know, for one. But two, you have to also promote yourself and market yourself a certain type of way.
You believe in yourself.
Okay. It's enough.
Inspiring minds, Shy. Listen, these folks be telling on themselves. If you don't go back and with your friend in Richmond and sit your ass down thinking that you know our lives, I like the fact that you know my brother like that. Though. That is beautiful. Thank you. Listen, Shy, you have arrived. Your first rumor.
Oh, okay. All right. So before we get off of you know, just the brick topic altogether, you know, you want to touch on like I know you talked about Larry Bull's situation a little bit, but is there like a bad experience that you had with with the brick process that you want to speak on? You know, maybe a couple. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's again with doing this job, there's gonna be bad experiences. The thing about it is, it kind of hurts me because you know it's the Wing doesn't like me, or she's not spending time with me, or you know different things like that. These are things that you know it frustrates the heck out of me because I don't, you know, people got to know me. Nobody tells me what to do. That you know what the thing about it is, sometimes you just real is just too real. People like to live in virtual reality so much that they don't know what real life is. But can't nobody tell me what to do ever. You know what I mean? It's like even with ARP and Lawrence, I'm gonna combat them. I'm a Gemini, shit. But I'm gonna stand on my laurels. You know what I mean? And this is a process that I didn't want to be compromised with BS. So I tried to be very strategic about the people that's why I was explaining earlier about being chosen opposed to scouting. I've always told the battlers, don't bring anybody to me. And I had a reason for that. Season 2, I was a little lax. I was feeling myself. I felt like, you know, I'm going to take on different obstacles with different battlers or whatnot. And then I was really adamant about getting my girls movement together. And so we made some bad choices. I feel like for the most part, it's not that I don't trust my battlers' judgment, but I do trust the rules of this process. I'll say that. I trust the rules of this process 110% because it's given me the product that you see now in season 1 and some of the stars that are being contracted in season 2. And I kind of deviated from that. So it brought, while the competitiveness of situations got the best of certain people, you had the rumor mills flying, you had different things going on that should not happen. On top of that, you know, it was a bunch of Wing and her favoritism. People can have their opinions about what they want to have their opinions about. You're not in a process to be my favorite. I don't know what you think that comes with. If you're not putting in the work, it don't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want you to know that this sounds like any like big work office environment I've ever been in. Like all of this
Me too.
Like shit, it sounds like the same shit. Like, but you know.
And like I said, so it was. I've had to cut a few people within the process because, again, I'm really big on integrity of things. Right. I mean, for me, I don't really care what anybody has to say. Show me the proof about anything that I've ever done that you can accuse me of, and I'm gonna show you the proof where, yeah, we can compare stories. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? I try to be as straightforward as possible. And when, like I said, my other reason for having the battlers not bring me different individuals is because, like a job, when you refer somebody, you want that person, if something happens with that person, that falls on you.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So in certain cases where I've had to cut people, that was me. You know what I mean? That was me, because and it's kind of sad because it may have been a situation where Lawrence didn't even want that person in the process. And I vouched for them. And then it didn't go the way it was supposed to.
Right.
Most recently there was a situation to where one of the girls had to be cut. And I'm hearing once again, Wayne doesn't like me. Why did I put you in the process?
Right.
That's my question to anybody who says that. Why did I put you in what was so wonderful about you that I had to hate on you after I put you in the process because I felt like you may fit what I'm looking for? That's really all I can say to that. I've heard about the 8-page letters that where different battlers have tried to tell on Wayne. But you have to know that the people that I have around me for different things that I've had to deal with, I always make sure that I make account of these things. I always make sure that in my group chats or my personal phone calls with Lawrence and ARP that these are things that they're knowing because I'm on the front line with them. You see what I'm saying? Caution gave a really good example. ARP and Lawrence don't see all the shenanigans. What they see is Wing actually dusts everybody off, cleans them up, make them look all good and shiny for that camera. And that's they don't understand all of everything else that Wing has mentally went through. You know what I mean? I know that there was a situation that had occurred, and I had just lost one of the last matriarchs in my family. And I didn't really, I didn't tell anybody about that, but it was about them. You know what I mean? It was about the Briccs. It was about that. They were battling. That was in July. They were battling. So that's really all I cared about, and I won't, say in some other circumstances with that, but when things like that happen, it kind of upsets me. It really, now I don't get sad about it no more. It angers me because I still don't really understand that. When it takes a conversation, and I conversate with all of them. If I don't conversate with you, it's because you done pissed me off that bad. I can, I can go there. And I don't feel like, I like to think about things before I say them. Because sometimes you can't take back the things that you say. You know what I mean? Because I could be, again, I can't want something more for you than you want for yourself, that you will go and click up. Because, I heard something about clicking up, and that was interesting because there was a couple of clicks that people were in that they shouldn't have been in, because those was the people getting kicked out. That wasn't a very good choice, but they mother always told you birds of a feather flock together. So, that didn't look really good. And although ARP and Lawrence do pay attention to certain things, when they come and ask, well, why is this happening? Why did this happen? And then I go and I'll show them screenshots or show them the messages or the, that where me and this person may have spoken about certain things. And we make our decision, or I make my decision, and they tell me what they feel about the decision. And if they feel like, hey, you might be being a little bit too harsh, let it play out and see. And lately they haven't been doing that because of a situation that occurred prior to where I kind of was right about some things and how that situation played out. And then it was like, well, damn, Wayne, okay, we're listening. So it's never, like I said, this is not personal for me because I'm not the one basically that is going to be performing, that's getting to main stage, making, certain amounts of money. I get the salary that I get. That's nice. I get the perks that I get. That's nice. But at the same time, they're the ones that can get continuously booked with depending immense amount of money that they can actually make. So, I don't benefit like that from this. You see what I'm saying? And everybody that I picked, again, I have no reason to put you in a process that I have a list of people that want to be here.
Mm-hmm. Right. That is absolutely right. All right. So how
would you know who I push? Again, whoever you get your information from, it will behoove you to go ask them about the conversations that they've had with anyone. That's all I would say to do. Push who I want to push when, let me think. Everybody, y'all seen the battles pretty much of everybody, right?
I thought we saw like 2 or 3 battles, right?
No. I'm just saying thus far with everybody with the season 1, season 2.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Of course.
And let me say that something to that as well. Pushing who I want to push. Again, I think you can see damn near every person that has not recently had a 1SK outside of them have had 1, 2, if not 3 battles already. I don't push anybody who don't want to be pushed. Do your research, and your narratives is caca. So I just seriously, again, y'all smarty pantses don't realize that the proof is right there on RBE.com on YouTube. That sounds dumb. No, I don't push who I want to push. If your ass ain't getting interviews because you want to make excuses about why you don't want to do interviews, you don't want to go on Twitter and be creative about marketing yourself. Yeah, I'm not pushing you to do nothing that you don't want to do. And I don't have to. Because guess what? Let me tell you what my league owner said. The partner that I'm partnered with said that when you come into the process and as we continue to build you, you have not fulfilled your financial obligation and you're expendable.
Damn. Whew. That's a tough word right there, expendable. It's real though. All right.
Push myself into my own apartment is wild. And how would you know where I stay? Again, y'all tell on yourselves and act like I don't know who you're talking to. And she doesn't know where I stay. None of y'all do. Try again. Try again.
All right, Wing. So, what is one of your best experiences in bed with?
Ignorant people. I mean, seriously, that has been the biggest thing is the hate.
Right.
The hate is real.
Right.
It is so real. That has been, I think, the biggest thing. No matter what you do, no matter how, you know what? Let me tell you something. Even with the media side of things, that has been a struggle for me because when you enlist bringing in good people who you think are good people. That's the thing about it too. Even there's not anything you can say what you want to say about Wing, but there's always documented proof right there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like my team that has been with me for years, we're still the same team. People every year when I level up, somebody has fallen off, and it's always been they've fallen off something that they did. It's you know what I mean. I'm not perfect. I'll never say that I am perfect, and I don't always make the great choices. But I like to pick up the roadkill on the side of the road sometimes and nurse it back to life. Right. Been doing that since I was young. And I like to see the good in people. And everybody ain't, you know what I mean? Everybody's agendas aren't always honest agendas.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I worked to get here. I didn't get up, sit on my back like I was told. I laid on my back to get here, but I put in the work that I, put in to get here. So it's, it's I expect everybody else to do the same. I'm not gonna hold your hand because nobody held mine. When I left AFM, all the people that I got a lot of flowers behind the scenes, but never in front. And I recall there was a whole Twitter argument that was had online when I actually said that I was RBE, working with RBE. So it was, and at that time I was just working with them. I hadn't become partner yet. So it was like, okay, well, it's always the inquiry of, basically how much authority I'm supposed to have. And, it's those things. Those are the things that it's just kind of like, why is everybody worried about something that I'm not worried about?
Right.
I am happy in doing what I do. And, like I said, within the process, it's always, there's stepping stones. There's always going to be obstacles. And it's about how we move past them. You know what I mean? Because again, it's not about me. It's about having a healthy unit of people who continue to show. France from Let's Talk Battle Rap was in a space, did a spaces for the BRIC'S, I think a couple of weeks ago. And that was one thing that he was saying in regards to the BRIC'S is how unified they are.
Absolutely.
I want to keep that. And if it takes for me to weed out bad seeds in that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And I don't mind taking the backlash for that because I believe in this process. You know what I mean? If you are a star, that also means that you know how to carry yourself. That also means that you know how to be professional. ARP will go on his rant, but ARP will tell me quick, fast, Wayne, I want you to be this. Let me do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? But with the BRIC'S, he's like, look, don't micromanage them. Don't let them wave their flags. Let them do what they do. You know what I mean? And so, but it's still with a level of respect. And so that's why a lot of times, I have to make the hard decisions. But like I said, back, making that decision with Larry, it was just kind of like, that made it to where I have to now be proactive and I have to put together, I have to produce yet another product in the season 2 or 2.5.
And I'm glad that you brought Larry back up again because I know that was like, that type of experience with it, but was there somebody that you felt as though was gonna, I guess, was there somebody that you didn't think was going to make it that kind of surprised you?
Sorry, I blew the smoke in the screen. Luke Kane.
Oh.
That's my guy. But I actually did not expect Lou to make it this far. He came from the virtual battle. I didn't think the more professional battle rap would actually I didn't think he would be able to actually make it in this, but he did. He did. So, or he is rather. So, that definitely, and even the thing about it is, what people don't know is that even if we cut you, you have the ability to actually come back.
Right.
Burning bridges.
Say it again. Say it again.
Burning your bridges. Okay.
Because what people don't understand, that timing is everything sometimes. And like I said, when narratives are painted, I'm gonna be my petty self, because at the end of the day, that wasn't something that Lawrence wanted. That was something that I asked for.
Right.
Because again, it may be certain things that might be happening at those moments. And if that's overshadowing the mission, sometimes you have to fall back, and sometimes you have to regroup, reset, let things die down. And then, but like I said, I'm the type of person, I sit back and I watch. I'm not going to say much. I'm never going to say much. I just am that person. I am going to sit back and I'm going to watch how you move. If I didn't tell you that it was done and over with, you never know. I could be working on something, because I may have to have given you the news. But at the same time, if I brought you into the process, and unless you just did something just completely outlandish, that's not happening. That's not gonna happen. But a lot of times, if it's just not your time, you may be able to come back at some point. But it's going to take for you to grind. It's going to take for you to grind. It's going to take for you to take everything that you were supposed to have learned in the process.
Hard work.
Because I'm watching. You see what I'm saying? I'm watching. Even with Larry, his battles, certain battles come out, and, I will inch it back over and be like, Larry did this. I'm big on the people that I know are here for genuine purposes. Here to work for real. So, I'm always do that. So, and at some point they're gonna bite. Some point they're going to bite. But that's something that I've implemented to try and how can I say it, to try and salvage certain battles.
Okay. So we all know about some of the league wars, and all of this shit between the other guys and y'all, and do you want to talk about a time where some of the tactics used affected you directly? Was that battle that you was trying to line up, and you feel me? Some of this bullshit.
Yeah, when I started my female process. Yeah. AEC and Hope Trilly were supposed to battle on Straight to It 2, I believe. And that battle didn't happen.
Damn it.
Wow.
Well,
okay, so what keeps you going?
The bricks.
Okay.
The bricks. They listen. Y'all don't understand. I have been wanting to walk away from this. Because I'm a battle rap fan. My media outlet, it was never, you know what I mean? I had put my all into the Angry Fan movement. So my motivation was just to kind of, it's an outlet. You know what I mean? Like I told you, the way I came into battle rap, this is an outlet for me. It's fun. It's, you know what I mean? My name is here, so people are watching. I mean, I have plenty of people that come on shows and to answer whoever question says something about everybody's bigger than me.
Right.
Sure. All right, whatever you say. Whatever you say. But you know, that's who I am. I really don't mind lending a hand to so many different people. I mean, what are works without, people around you to show them? I mean, that's a shallow ass way of thinking about it. Again, this ain't, I don't know what other people's expectations of what success is not mine.
Right.
This is not my reality at the end of the day. So, Heavy Bags was saying to me, he was like, Wayne, do you realize when we're all older and done with this, that your works are documented on YouTube forever? Like everything that you've done, your legacy is cemented. You know what I mean? And that's good enough for me. But the fact that there are 25 other bricks that really do appreciate what I do with them and for them, it's hard. Coach, even in the house, was like, yeah, okay, when I'm done with this, we're not even fit to play this game. You better be around. So, Lawrence and ARP just barked on me the other day. But it was just, it does get tiresome because at the end of the day, like I said, people take the word family for granted. They really do. Coming from somebody who lost theirs, I don't take that for granted. I feel like if I'm upset with you about something or I'm gonna dig into you about something, you can't take that personal if you're considering yourself to be family. And in this brick process, that's what we are. Because at the end of the day, when it's all working for you, it's beautiful. But when it's not, and you got to figure out what you got to do to dig deeper, and you hit me up about it, we gonna work on it. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So they expect that from me. It's like it's an entitlement almost. So it's them. It's really them. So yeah, that's I would say that.
You can see it.
What is it like working with ARP?
Oh, to be honest, it's actually I have a very good job. Sorry, Wise. Again, you're not insulting me. Try again. ARP is that man is different. Let's just put it like that. He is different. Picking his brain about different things, and like I said, over the years, this is, you know what I mean. It's nothing new because it's kind of always been that way with me and him. You know what I mean? He's always been very sincere about anything that's going on, and he's a perfectionist though. He is an absolute perfectionist. He doesn't deal with, he's very, if it don't make sense or it's too much drama, he ain't trying to hear it. You know what I mean? He don't deal with a lot of stuff. It's really sometimes black and white for him. So trying to explain certain things, he knows that stuff like this happen like that. Like I said, he barked on me the other day and was like, Wing, I told you though. I told you. I said, okay. Like ARP really just yelled at me. Okay, you know what? That one was for free, sir. But I won't do it again, But again, another person that takes family very seriously. And we are all family, so he's the type of person that when you betray his trust, it just becomes business only. You know what I mean? So
is he an Aries?
No, he's a Gemini.
He a Gemini too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we all know some Aries.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And I believe Shanta is too. I believe Shanta's a Gemini as well. Yeah. Yeah, he is. But yeah, he's, like I said, he's a very straightforward person. He's not gonna candy coat much for you. And again, in this business, he doesn't claim to know it all. You know what I mean? He knows what works. He is very, I like the way this works and I'd want to do this, but what I always tell people, if you have a plan that you can actually see come into fruition, it's operable and all those things, he will sit and have a conversation with you. Like, that man is going to give up the game. You know what I mean? And that's what I really appreciate about him, because he's not selfish at all. He's not selfish at all.
Okay. That's dope. All right, so Wayne, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing this. I would like to be on a beach somewhere. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I want to really be doing battle rap in 2 years or this. I've been told that I can bring a staff around me, so I'm thinking that might be something I want to do. My 18-year-old has been following ARP and loves his business acumen. Listen. Yes. Yes. Listen, that is Queen Mofire. That's how we built our bond, because for me, that was like, wow. You know what I mean? He gets what we're doing here. Why are people not listening to him? And yeah, he's a genius in terms of, like I said, I have been blessed enough to kind of be around people that taught me the game and how this works. And he is one of them. And even with this, coming into it, it was an easy transition because I had been watching them for so long and everything that they were doing anyway. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
It was really just, it was easy from that perspective. Understanding having to wear that business hat, it was the concept was easy, but the having to detach yourself was the harder part when trying to juggle the business part. And that's what I'm still learning. So, and he's, like I said, sometimes when he's like, you still doing too much. There's no reason why you should be just stressed. You should, so he definitely keeps us in tow, in line, and how we should be going about certain things. Because Lawrence is such a good guy. I have to protect him sometimes, because even with him, he can sometimes be overly nice. I gotta look out for my brother sometimes. Yeah, so like I said, that's our little family, our little dysfunctional family, the Bricks. Like I said, anybody who is trying to get into the process, what I would say is definitely always send your footage. But I've also been saying you have to network. You have to come out to these events. You have to be, you really got to, I mean, put it like this. When you're looking at colleges, when you're looking, back then when you were probably getting your first job, you went to job fairs. You networked. Battle rap is no different. If you are a musician, you networked. You sold, CDs out of the trunk, whatever you were doing to get your music played, you did that. You know what I mean? So it's really no difference with what we do. And this is just this. I mean, this isn't.
See, I think the problem is it's a lot of kids that don't know nothing about that type of hustle. You know what I mean? It wasn't outside at the time. They don't know how to do that shit.
But Joy, let me tell you this. It is a lot of kids that do, but it's a lot of kids that actually were smart enough to pay attention to what their predecessors were doing.
And
And
they're the
then
ones that are
you
gonna
also
make
just
it.
have a lot of people
Right.
in battle rap that want to take the easy route.
And life
Right.
that want to take the easy route.
That
That's
right,
true. That's true.
exactly. That and it's sad because it's if you just put in the amount, if you just put in the amount of work, the energy into the amount of actual work, opposed to trying to connive your way through to get to these different things. Lawrence and I was talking the other day, and we were talking about Norbs, and he was just kind of like, man, listen, in regard to some of the things that Norbs had to go through. And, even though he had his shit with him, um, he had some great talent. You couldn't take that from him. But the personalities, I mean, could y'all imagine juggling 13, 14 personalities?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes,
could. I'm
absolutely.
sorry, I couldn't.
Absolutely.
That's a lot.
And then I mean, at a stage in his career, he was juggling way more than that. Like he was getting bombarded, by different people. No, I need this, I need that, and I'm pretty sure you got a taste of that. So
Yeah,
I know you
that's
can
crazy.
relate.
That trying to skip leg day. They definitely tried to skip leg day, EJ. They tried to skip leg day. The hell, all of that. They tried to skip leg day. They tried to lay on their backs to get, yeah. We ain't gonna go there. I ain't good with all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, it's
All
a
right,
lot
so
that goes on in this. But again, like I said, if that's what you're trying to do, put it like this. Again, I am a person that's going to tell you what I need you to do from the beginning. Like before you even we do the 1SK, after that we decide that we want you in this process, we're gonna have a conversation. You know what I mean? Prior to that, a lot of times, and some of the people who have been waiting, you have to forgive me because I am watching, so it's like with struggles that have been going on between us and other people is, I don't want anybody to miss out on opportunities because other people want to show a little leg to get another nigga's attention. Can't do that over here, and I'm not going to allow that. So I'm again, I try to be very meticulous about who I allow in the process because I can't allow people to disturb what we're doing. If you're wanting to be, just you, then this ain't the place for you because it is a system to where you have to learn how to be able to adapt in the environment that you're in. Where there are only 25 spots for seasons. Okay, so that, like I was saying, Queen of Fire, there weren't that many spots for season 1 because that was kind of the prototype. But for season 2, I tried to get fancy. And that's where I added the girls and I brought in guys from top of the totem pole to the bottom of the totem pole with different attributes or different skill sets. And so, yeah, I tried to bring them in and kind of level up who I could and make it more competitive too. Because what I needed from the guys who may have not been as seasoned to kind of learn from season 1 and season 2, because it's really a battle for hierarchy as well. When you're in that process, season 1, when they was in that process, I mean, they was sizing each other up. I'm telling you, in the chats, our corny little group chats, because it's about 100 of y'all, and I'm not gonna be making phone calls all day long when I stay on the phone all day long. Like, no, so the group chats is for you to build that rapport because at the end of the day, you are a family unit. But it's also there, you know, they see blood in the water. And when they see blood in the water, you know, they look at it as
Okay.
I might have to battle you. So I'm definitely, you know, Will Major and Peaches right now. You know, he was on
Yeah.
soon as, you know,
That's
and
dope.
the other part to that is that they are very complimentary of each other when they see how fire they are. Will Major had just really gotten his contract, and as soon as he got that, he was like, "Hey, Def, what it do? You know what I mean? You kind of nice." Yeah.
Right.
And I appreciated that level of confidence because it was just like, "Hey, I see he's going somewhere, but I'm gonna put out that fire." You know what I'm saying? And look at their battle; they had a great friggin' battle. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then the match. That's the other thing that a lot of people don't know. I actually set up majority of the matches, if not all of them, for the brick process. And I love style clashes. And in the process, that's really what I'm looking for, is to see how well you actually fare with somebody that is not an easy match for you. You see what I'm saying? A person can sit here and say, "Oh, I'm fire all day long," but if the matches don't match up to the ability, it could be, or you constantly doing 25-minute one rounders on, you know, your home league. What are you really learning? You see what I'm saying? So it's this process has a lot of different elements, and it if you're willing to learn, then at the end of the day, yeah, definitely come over and do what you do.
Okay. All right, so who are some of the rare breeds that you would consider to be top 10?
Why would y'all do this?
Because somebody told us we could ask you whatever we want to ask you, Wayne.
Well, from season 1 or season 2, or combined?
Combined. Because I have a couple, but I want to hear what you think though.
All right, so let me start with season 2 first, and this is
this is no slight to nobody else either.
Don't be getting mad at me.
Right.
This is not.
Look. If anybody pull you up, they can come holler at. They can talk to me about it because I asked you about it.
It's nothing.
We can rap about it.
Top 10. I'm gonna say, of course, Def is in that top 10. Sniper is in that top 10. Will is in that top 10. Payne is in that top 10. Coach, Breed, Zay, Slash, Caution, and Logic.
Ooh.
Hey.
That's good.
I can't disagree with that.
Okay. That's right.
Like anytime anybody like tries to slight like the talent over RBE, I'm just like, hey, you haven't been paying attention to what's going on. Because
if you have not been paying attention, like Inquiring Minds, I said season 2 because the people that I actually have from season 2 are season 2. Stop trying me. Pay attention. We're gonna work on colors tomorrow.
Okay. So we want to get off of battle rap for a second. Talk about some other shit. While we got you up here.
Will, I said you were in my top 10 and I said it was no order. Shut up. Will is always on me. Listen, I said you were in the top 10. Did I not put Will Major in that top 10?
Hold up. Did you put Will Major in that top 10?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, she did.
You just saying it because you know.
Look, I'm vouching for her. Okay.
Hold up. I don't know. Well,
Wayne said
you know what, Will? If she did say you was like at the very, very like
no,
bottom
don't do that. Don't do
you was
that.
like at the bottom 6 or something like that, bro.
She said it.
I don't remember you being in the top. Oh, play. But all right. So, what is like? What are some of like?
kicked people out of 2 point. I actually kicked people out of season 2 and made a 2.5 before we went to a 3 because I have plans for a 3. Mind the business that pays you, or just ask a simple question, dummy.
Oh, he said that before you did the list.
But no, they're helping me because I forgot to really say that. Yeah, we season 2, we did actually kick some people out and we added some people. So being that we combined the leftovers from season 2 and added the newcomers and made season 2.5. It's that simple. It is that simple. We're gonna work on numbers on Tuesday.
Hey, Will, my cash app at the bottom. If the Ravens win, all right. Look, just because you said that, I'm not betting you. I'm just saying if the Ravens win, you feel me? Just go lunch. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. You feel me? Like I want to get some. I want to get double. You know what I mean? Double chicken with my bowl on Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, oh my god.
Yeah. All right. So can you well, dang, we were supposed to get away from some shit. See, he done got me all thrown off of my game where we was at.
All right, so what's your favorite shows that you watch?
Oh my goodness, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yes. Listen, I watch a lot of the narco type shows, stuff like that. I'm big on the crime shows, the CSI, stuff like that. I'm big on organizational crime and shit like that. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
No
I love scary movies. Absolutely love scary movies, even though I will cover my face and I will yell and all that extra. I'm so drama when it comes to scary movies. I seriously am.
Right.
Oh man. So like you like the perfect person to go to like a haunted house with, or like
yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not.
Like, yeah, no.
Let me tell you something. I'm that person that if you're on the freeway and say there's a truck with logs or something that's free, not really free, but it's tied down. I'm that person that automatically thinks of Final Destination, and I'm like, yeah, I'm that person that don't split the pole. Yeah, I'm that person.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a question for me because like you know what I mean, like, I like to travel and shit like that. Where's some of your favorite places to like vacation or to travel to?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I love Korea. I like Osan. Osan changed my life as a youngster. My dad had a tailor out there. When my very first time ever going, my dad, I had to have pants tailored, tailor made, because the size they didn't carry my size. But that's where you get the shoes, the handbags and stuff like that. So shopping wise, it was always that. Hawaii was my favorite place in the whole wide world. Let me think.
That's dope right there.
You know what? Germany was cool. But Germany, that was in the wild days. That was in the wild military days where, I ain't even gonna go there. But anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. But you know what, to be honest, I don't know. I'm more after 9/11, I going overseas or anywhere, I just more was, if it wasn't domestic, I wasn't going. So I love Houston. I absolutely love Houston and San Diego. Like, again, I guess you really, you know how you really don't appreciate something until you're gone. And San Diego, when it was so, listen, I used to walk outside on the balcony, and I lived off of 52nd and between University and El Cajon. It was 52nd and Orange, and the condos, they like had the high rises, and you walk out on the balcony and you could see all of San Diego, like all the way out to the county hillside. Like now you're gonna pay for those views, but man,
Right.
that is the most beautiful. I mean, it doesn't compare to the Bay Area, but palm trees, you know what I mean? Beaches, yeah, you really can have all of that there. Hawaii, I just love going to Patty's Kitchen, which is closed now. But when I tell you the Ponzit and the Lumpia, I mean, I'm not a Spam person, but the things they can do with Spam, the Islanders there, like that, yeah. So those are some of my favorite places.
All right. So rest in peace to Pet Stay.
Yes.
Do you have like a moment, or you want to say like a battle or Pet Stays?
Okay, so yes, rest in peace, Pat. You know, that hurt. I'm still upset with Pat. Rest in peace, and we love you. But Sharon, him and Sharon.
Okay.
You know, the Hollahan situation, I was so upset about that. But of course I got over it. So to redeem himself, for me, rather, the redeeming qualities was him and Calico. The whole Mark One situation.
Right.
That's a whole professional. You know what I mean? That's a whole professional.
Right.
Like, that's the way it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? That's really, really the way it was supposed to be done. Those are my two for him.
Hey man, like Pat Stay showed us like, hey yo, there's some cool ass white boys out here that'll probably beat your ass too. You feel me? So just like just just be cool. You feel me? Like it's all fun. Just chill out. Just have a good time. You feel me? Like don't be disrespectful. Okay.
King of the Dot days. Oh, and I miss Canada. I'm sorry. Yeah, Vancouver. Listen. Yeah, Vancouver used to be the spot.
Shit.
Yeah, but that, yeah.
All right, so all right, let's nip this in the bud now. All right, while I got you up here, okay, because I've been asking people this question, and it's a lot of debate about, what it means and what define Mount Rushmore, and tell me who's on yours.
First off, Mount Rushmore is Mount Rushmore. You can have Mount Olympus. You can have the Hall of Fame. But Mount Rushmore, I mean, can you change the presidents that's on it right now? Can you put Obama on Mount Rushmore right now?
No.
Thank you.
No, you can't.
Mount Rushmore is going to be the battlers that built this. You know what I mean? Now, who you have on it, it has to be the pioneers of battle rap.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it. It can only be the pioneers of battle rap. Now, whether that be all male or whether that be some females added, if you're gonna add any females, you're gonna add Remy, you're gonna add Luck, you're gonna add Sarah Connor, you're gonna add QB, you're gonna add Gaddis. Those are really the only females that you can add on there.
Thanks. Oh, we talking.
That's true.
You feel me? We talking about the from the inception of the shit that we doing right now.
Exactly.
You feel
Exactly.
me? Like I tell the guys, I'm like, yo, if you want to do a Mount Rushmore, you wrong if you start with any name other than Cassidy too. You feel me?
That's
Because
true.
he is Mr. Put on the beat. You feel me?
That's
He the
true.
you feel me? Like that's that's what most people who battle rap now, like he's Moses. You feel me?
Right.
Like
You know what? And Geechee, I know that there was a lot of argument about Geechee being Mount Rushmore because he's done as much as he's done, in the culture to date. And that would be great, but Geechee has to go in the Hall of Fame. You cannot take
thank
who's
you.
already on Mount Rushmore off because again, that's the chicken before the egg. Geechee was not Geechee probably wouldn't be doing battle rap if it wasn't for a Mook or you know what I mean? It's
That's what.
or a Lux or Disaster because that's who he's on my Mount Rushmore. Interchangeable, whether it was Verb or whether it was Calico. I mean, some people have Rex. It just depends. Some people have Reed. It just depends on these are the people that I feel like you can interchange those people. But picking up the torch and expounding for the West, which I completely respect him for doing that because it was many a days that I would get the rash trying to take up for my West Coast brethren. And, it just wasn't working. You know what I mean? They would not give, Battle Rap would not give the West no credit. So I do applaud him for everything that he's doing. For West Coast Battle Rap, not to say that it's not like that for other places, but Alcatraz, and I don't know if y'all familiar with Alcatraz from LA Battleground. But with Alcatraz, Alcatraz used to have the gym where he used to do the battles at, and that was a gym where they did boxing, they did all type of stuff, and that really kept a lot of guys and girls off the streets. You know what I mean? And I feel like Geechee took that and ran with it and maximized on it and put different situations to where you even gave people jobs. So like I said, I commend him for everything that he's doing, but I just can't put him on Mount Rushmore.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel you. And like I know a lot of people still like do put like Disaster on their Mount Rushmores. You feel me? And that's showing love to to that side. So
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
can't the West don't get ignored. You feel me? Like I know it was a whole thing with that in hip hop in general. You feel
Yeah.
me? But that shit is dead now. You feel me? Like the doors are open. You feel me? You can be from anywhere and be considered a great, or have people trying to fight to put you on the greatest of all time or a Mount Rushmore list. Like, look at 3000. You feel me? He from Georgia. You feel me? People got him on their GOAT list. You feel me? Like you could be from anywhere, from anywhere.
Man, listen, yeah, it was a uproar about Andre 3000 being on, but yeah, they was not having that. Yeah.
Right.
And I love Andre too, but yeah.
Thanks. Hey, so let's talk about the blood, sweat, and tears card that went down. You feel me? Like we don't have to get into the, you know, battle for battle breakdown, but just overall the event. Like how do you feel it turned out? I know you're proud of everybody. You know what I mean? But
I am. We had, some every event there's gonna be something. You know what I mean? There's whether there's small things, big things. It's definitely the way you pull through. Because I gave them hell to, some of them anyway. From season one, I gave them hell with this event. But their performances were great. You know what I mean? But even they'll tell you, I will love on them right now, but they will tell you that I'm that person that, okay, great job. Now get back to work.
That's how it
Still
is.
got work to do.
Right.
So yeah, that I'm looking for some of these people to be on max out. Let me just say that.
Hey, that was my next question. That was my next question. All right,
so let's talk about the Chrome 23 card.
did you have a chance to see any of that event? Yeah.
Okay.
So how did you feel about that? How did you feel about like the upsets and the overall event, the sweatsuits, you feel me, of putting everybody on the same level? Like,
well, being a roadie panelist, you know, I felt like I was happy to see C3 getting her just due. I was happy to see Cheddar, who I feel is so underrated. Now I know that y'all had, I understand. F dot. Don't do that. I know. But let me ask you this. Is Ehart's hunger the same from maybe 3 years ago?
I would have to agree. It's not. But in this battle,
we still disagree
in
on
this
who won
battle,
the battle.
I feel like the hunger was there in this battle.
And my thing was
for me.
I feel like Cheddar just like if I judged it. You feel me? Like I didn't just watch it as a fan. I judged it.
Right.
And when I judged it, I understood. And like I was like, damn, yo, I'm agreeing with the judges. Like I'm agreeing with Tony, Bro, and Rita on everything. Like I don't even like that. Like stop.
That's the thing.
Right.
Because when I was judging for King of the Dot, that's the thing. What we like as battles, like at Ehart, that's my girl. What we like as battles, their battles is one thing. And that was one of the big things. Thesaurus was so mad at me when I judged his battle with, I think, Active. He's like, oh, she's from, it was no bias there. Active wanted it more than you.
Right.
You relied on what you always do every battle.
Right.
You understand? So it's like just as well is I felt like she was hungry, but I also feel as though when you take time off, and let me say it this way. If you're a boxer and you don't actively train, don't you lose some of your stamina?
Yeah.
You're gonna lose more than that.
And that's the way I felt is what happened in this battle.
Muscle reflex, all of that.
Cheddar is so underrated. She's already beat Official. She beat 40.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And she just said she was retiring. And then this happened. She wanted it more. In my opinion, she wanted it more.
Hey, like I said, I felt like it was just like just a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Now it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot.
You feel me? Like
it definitely. I agree. It really, I love Ehart and what she does, but again, when it comes to style clashes, battle rap is any given Sunday, and it's gonna be about who wants it more on that particular day. It just takes just a little bit more. And in those judging situations, you can't come in doing what you would do. This is for $25,000. We need a $25,000 performance.
Right.
Facts. That's facts.
And like I think like people don't understand how many different factors can come into play when it comes to battle rap. Like it's fatigue, it's dehydration, it's you feel me? Like
a lot. It's
whatever you ate earlier in the day, not agreeing with
what time the battle started. It was tired.
I commend Bonnie. Man, listen. I appreciate her so much. To turn around, she got in about 10 p.m. on Friday. Being pregnant for women who have carried children, and this is her first baby being in her 30s, that's not an easy task.
Yeah, that's true.
When I have my daughter in my 30s, like that's not an easy task. So I can only imagine her getting there, her getting settled, and then having to get right back up because y'all know we do early events. You know, she was a little tired, and then turning around battling and back on the plane first thing Saturday morning at 6.
Yep. Right.
I commend her wholeheartedly.
Yep, she did it. She did it. Then.
Salute to Bonnie, and hey, watch out for her because if she going through all of that, that means she really want that bread. And she like,
Hold on,
hey,
one minute.
yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. You gotta be quiet. Hold on 1 minute.
Oh, you good. You
Trying
good.
to get something.
Hey, we chilling. We good. But hey, y'all, salute to Bonnie, man. Like I said, man, that is crazy, you know, like to go through all of that. And the fact that she's doing that tells you how hungry she is, and
Right.
she's not coming to play. So
Right. I mean, all the ladies that had several battles, even with caution, that was listen. Oh, and then the prep. The prep time for all of them was short prep for those who had double, triple battles or double battles that weekend. Man, listen, even the guys that, you know, on blood, sweat, and tears that had to show off, but for the women, I mean, this year for Wody is going to be crazy because that tournament and the different battles that the women had, like that, they turned the level up. For caution, this was a situation, or even the newcomers, Chirac, I think they were really the only ones that was the less seasoned girls in this tournament. And for her to turn around and battle, and that I saw what it, you know, mentally, physically, plus other things that was going on, how she persevered through it. I was a little upset with her. You know, for me, I'm Rocky with the Bricks. I am Adrian to their Rocky. That's you know, that's a better analogy. But you know, it is the performance got to be spot on for me. Don't call me about. I don't like to hear their bars, but in this situation, Lawrence and ARP was like, "Look, our girl good." I was like, I think so, you know, but so it was definitely making sure she was going to be able to get through this. And, you know, I told her this is going to be different. This is going to be different than what you've been doing, but you're in a competition. So I'm saying you did a 3-hour prep time battle. You know, you're tested. You can do this. So yeah, it was definitely that performance was good. I know she could do better. But I was definitely impressed with how Cheddar came out the gate. I've always loved her too, even since Danger Zone Battle League. Who else? C3 has always been one of my favorites. Like, I don't think it's a C3 battle that I don't like. You know what I mean? And with her, even with her getting her just dues, I appreciate the fact that she's moving on. C Bree came in there gunning. Like I like this. I like the girls that advance. I feel like it's about to be dog fights right now. Oh, and Yoshi came to play.
She did not. Okay.
I was very impressed.
Leveled up.
Okay.
Leveled up. I mean, I know she had a little bit of controversy, you know, surrounding her performance and all of that, but it was fire. It was entertaining as fuck. And guess what? Y'all talking about the shit, so she's still winning. So it don't even matter.
And they gave her a pass.
Hey, so let's keep it going. You know what I mean? And shout out to, you know, all of the ladies who didn't advance on to the next round. You feel me? Like I said, y'all in good company, man. Like that's not a bad loss. You feel me? To anybody who's in that tournament. You feel me? That's not a bad loss. You feel me? So,
right.
And you know, and hopefully, you know, like y'all will bounce back from it. It'll be more opportunities. Like I don't think it's just like this the tournament and we'll never see you again type of deal. Like I think like all of these ladies are getting another, shot to prove themselves. You feel me? And all of y'all got fan bases anyway, so you got to keep going anyway. So whatever, you feel me? Dust it off and keep going. You feel me?
Exactly.
Right.
Right. So, is it a time where we erase the lines between male and female and battle rap?
Okay.
Or is that division needed?
There should be no division. I've always said that. I don't there an MC is an MC in my opinion. I feel like men have always been able to go overseas and get the different attributes, be able to have the differences in crowds. I feel like in battle rap is a war of words. That why would there be a division in battle rap when it's a war of words? It's what I mean, it's psychological. I do like, the war of the sexes. I like stuff like that too. But ultimately, why would you separate them or segregate them when there's a lot of women that are better than some men? Let them compete equally.
I agree with that.
Right. We had a conversation with Hazzy and she was saying, like she never understood it either. She like if we were lifting weights, I would get it because men and women are physically built different. You feel me? And even still, it's a couple women I done seen bench press like you feel me like the men. So we not
man. I used to press. Let me tell you, because I did shopping discus. So that was my thing.
I know that's right.
Now, when it comes to battle rap, though, when it comes to rapping, it's not a physical sport.
Women, it's not, and the fact that a lot of men don't like battling women for whatever reason, but some of them I feel like it's a cop out because they don't know what to say. You can call a female a B, a hoe so many times, but in all actuality, what rap? I want to hear you rap. What can you say to her?
Right. Why should the approach be any different? Why should the approach be any different? It's a battle. Like
that's my thing. I feel like when men battle women and they go the cheat code, they don't win to me. They don't win to me. I feel like Clean Paper, C3 Lotta Zay, who else? Dang. Even Farrah and Charlie Clips, Hard and O Red. I mean, it's so many that actually know how to maneuver. You know what I mean? Ab and Official. I mean, I feel like it was so many different. Ab called me when he was about to battle Official and was like, "What are some of your struggles?" And I'm like, "Huh? What?" He didn't tell me why he at the time. And then when I got off the phone with him, he was like, "Oh, I was just trying to jot some things down." And I was like, "Did he just ask me?" And later on, he told me, he was like, "Yeah, but I like the fact that you're being creative. You know what I mean? Danny versus Coffee. I like the fact that you're being creative. I'm not saying that you don't call her out her name because men call men out their names too, but where is the substance?" Right. And I feel like that challenges them just as much. Yeah. Oh, Carter Deans and Bonnie and Averb. Even though I felt like she won that battle because she just took a whole different angle. One of my media guys, we always have, shout out to Ray, Black Hoodie Ray. We have this debate about Bonnie and Averb. He feels as though Bonnie took the same approach that everybody else did. I said no, she took the approach in reverse. Now the prop was the prop, but for the most part, she didn't take the gay angle. She took the angle as in her being a good woman to a man and the man that you not gonna be. You know what I mean? She took the approach that I don't think anybody was looking for. She took the aspect. That's the Bonnie, man. Listen, they don't give that girl enough credit. She different. Bonnie is different. Regardless of the allegations, she is different. She really is seasoned, and she just doesn't get the respect that she deserves at all.
Facts. And she knows that it's a career, and she knows that she has an image and everything to uphold, and she went to some certain extents for that. You feel me? And people just, you know what I mean? People just take things however the fuck they want to take them. You feel
Right.
me?
She was one of the ones who went outside the box. She did the touring, going to Canada, going over to, I think she was in Ireland and Australia. She did all of that. Her and Gaddis is one of my favorite battles. That battle, she told me, taught her so much because they were on, I think that was a blackout. And that was her biggest stage. She didn't know how to prep for that, but it taught her so much. And I feel like these are things that outside of these are things that the women should do. But I feel like the women, and I've always felt like that. If you're going to be in this, I feel like you should take your craft to the extent that you possibly can. Those different platforms mean everything because you don't have one demographic of fans.
That's a fact. All right, so let's talk about the Lady Brick diss track real quick. Probably got you up there.
You know what?
You co-signed that? You co-signed that, Wayne?
No, well, put it like this. I did co-sign it, but it wasn't actually supposed to be a diss track. It was
it wasn't.
Why are you looking at the camera like that? No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. Tato and La G had just gotten their contracts. And they wanted, it was the stuff going back and forth. And remember, like I told y'all, they have to make their own matches. So the ladies was like, look, let's put some stuff together. Tato asked me, hey, can we do a track going at the guys? And I was like, Now, prior to that, I don't know if y'all remember when Calf and Caution was going at it. That was off of something that happened in one of the other spaces, and Calf was like, he called Caution and was like, oh, I apologize or whatever, and this and that and the third. And they decided to say, no, you know what, we're gonna run with this. So all these different energies, they was like, you know what, let's do this. So when they did the track, it was like, okay, do what you do. Shout out to Blind, because Blind actually helped them put that together. And one of the original trailer beats from RBE, they wanted to battle on that. So I gave them that. But they also wanted their own girls group so that they can do these little planning things. And that's what they did. And I mean, I felt like it was great promotion. I really felt like it was great promotion because who's doing that? Right. Easy did it, but who's really doing that? And back in the day, that's what Big T and them was doing. That's battle rap. So, they spiced it up. And I really, I love their creativity. I hated the fact that they weren't all in one place, but you know what I mean? It was it was supposed to be fun. Let me put it that way. It was supposed to be fun.
It was fun. It was fun for the fans, at least. When it introduced everybody to another side of them too, as well.
I had a whole rollout for that too, but things happen.
Hey, but it was fun. You feel me? And hopefully, there'll be some more shots sent. You feel me? Some more tracks to come out. Hopefully it won't stop with them.
Intergender card coming.
Intergender card coming.
So you might get what you're asking for. Part 2.
I already I already know a couple people that's gonna be on there. I already know.
You now.
I already know. They gotta be on there. Because they've been talking real crazy since then. So if they not on there, I'm calling them out. I'm like, you ducking.
Let me ask you this: who would you like to see?
Who would I want to see on the end in the card? Against I want to see. I want to see my man. I want to see my man Luck get his hands on one of the females. I want to see Luck get his hands on somebody.
Right now, he has been dismissed from the process. He might be back. We'll see. We'll see.
Why people don't tell me stuff like this before we come up here and I say stuff like that?
It's okay because I mean it's really nothing to hide. It people, things happen. Things happen. But
I had no clue. All right, so
he still supports very much so.
Yeah, in fact, like I said, I couldn't even tell. You feel me? So
and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's supposed to be. You should take a page out of certain people's book. That's all I can say.
All right. Who else?
Will ain't no gentlemen's versus heifers coming 2023.
Yo, that was funny.
He's stupid.
Hey, I know Caution definitely gotta be in there because she gotta rep for the ladies. Like she definitely gotta be on that card. Yeah. And unless it's a 2-on-2.
We'll have a conversation soon.
Oh. Unless it's a 2-on-2.
Who said that? Who said that? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Oh, somebody said something?
Drink tea. Water.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, unless it's a 2-on-2, there would be no other reason for Breed to be on there because, you know what I mean? So that, you know what I mean? I'm thinking that might be the only way he's on the card, which I got, you know what I mean?
Well, if you go to a certain interview on RBE Media, on RBE channel, you might find out something that you didn't know.
Hey. Better tap in. Yeah. Y'all know where it's at too.
Uh-huh.
So make sure after y'all leave here, y'all go over there and go watch it.
Right. That part.
Okay. So I mean, like I feel like we don't even need to cover this part because you already dropped plenty of gems for the up and coming artists that are like trying to figure out. Man, y'all gotta hit the rewind button and go back. I'm not about to make her go up here and go through that whole thing all over again. Like she told y'all the whole game plan.
Network until you network. Pause if need be. Network in that curve. That's what I say. And want it. Come in ready to work. Be able to take instruction, direction. That's really all I got for you. And be patient. Because, what I didn't say, Joey and F. Be patient because what you have to understand, if you follow RBE's schedule, if you're coming in the beginning of the year, it's easier to get the 1SKs going. If you come closer to the end of the year, though, that's when you have more of a struggle. So I say be patient because we wind down towards the end of the year. So, you know what I mean? It's not any battles to really put a whole lot of 1SKs on. And to be honest, I'm not trying to work with 100 people and don't have anywhere to put them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not I don't want anybody to feel slighted if they're not being booked because we have to be able to put a certain amount of people on a certain amount of cards. You see what I'm saying? And then you already have 2 seasons that people are combating with. And depending on when you come into a season 2 or a season 3, you see what I'm saying? It depends on where you fall in that season that we're going to pick who's doing what needs to be done and give them battles because there is also a rule that's been implemented that, again, if you don't work, you don't get on a card. You're not automatically getting on a card.
Hey, it's enough talent to where as though it ain't like the card not gonna get, it's not gonna happen. It's not like it's gonna be a shortage, because you
Exactly.
decided you didn't want to work. You feel me?
And
So
Lawrence does not want to do 100 battles anymore. We've cut the amount of battles that we're doing for each card now. So again, it makes it very, very competitive. It makes my job harder, but yeah, if you're not standing out, your job is to stand out. And how you stand out, your job is to, be that number one. Zay always says it. We're not looking for battlers, we're looking for stars.
and I like every brick, every RBE artist that we've talked to so far, I see exactly why they were picked.
And that
exactly why.
is all I needed to hear, because when y'all say things like that, it tells me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Before we ever had a conversation, I said, you know what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
That promotion is impeccable.
Even with the latest pickups, even with Blade, like before Blade even got that, you feel me? I saw like he had that hunger.
Right.
You know, and I commend him, like he came up to pit fights and was acting real bad.
I was to make that event. I was actually supposed to make that event, and that's where I was gonna surprise everybody and come out and and well, I work weekends. I work permanent weekends. I've been doing that for 11 years. So, now that I'm in this position, I don't want to change that because I work 4/10s and I like my days off. I like my Tuesday through Thursday. Well, Friday off. You know what I mean? They're conducive to my lifestyle. So I hate that. But toward the end of the year, it makes it a little easier and harder because the holidays, everybody wants off. But I end up with so much PTO that I have to take it. So, now that I'm in a place where where battle rap, I can get to these events a lot easier. I'm definitely trying to make as many as I can, to just kind of get a feel for the talent that I haven't really been around, because that's the person I am. Anytime I've ever went, I like to sit back and watch. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so a lurker. I am. I like to sit back. I like to get a feel for people. You know what I mean? Even being a fan, like being around B Magic and them, I like to get a feel for who they are. Big T, have been really knowing Big T for years, but just him coming on Angry Fans Radio. And I mean, I think I just had had a conversation about 3 years ago, when Big T was on the card, and me and that man sat outside from maybe 2 in the morning until like 9 in the morning, just talking about battle rap and different things. And even that was when the 1SKs was really, we were starting back and about to start the brick process. But that's who I am. I'll sit back and I just want to see, what type of people, people are, because that, just your favorite artists, depending on what they do, how accessible they are. They get on live. You know how accessible Remy is to the public now. You know what I mean? Love to love on them. Her and Pat, man, listen. Yeah, you know what I mean? You love to love on genuine and just genuine people. So that's what I try to kind of see, where people, what their characters are.
Right. Well, since you are trying to pop out to events, try to pop out to the Bars Over Bricks event on the 26th, where your boy Av is battling Rod from Pit Fights. So,
okay, I saw that.
And Murder is battling Jay Krug on that card.
And I love Dre Kruger. Yes, that's my guy. Okay, that's gonna be a good ass battle.
Hey, and then also, we got King Cheddar on the card from Pit Fights. Trey.
It's a pit heavy card.
Lino Brown. Like it's a pit heavy card. It's gonna be crazy. The venue was crazy. It's where we're having the pit event at this Sunday. Which, if you could make it to that one, I would love it if you could. But I figure, the Bars of the Bricks event is a few weeks away. Give you some more time to be able to make it. But some of the same guys are going to be on the card, though.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so it's an event Saturday and Sunday?
No, it's an event this Sunday, and then there's an event on the 26th as well.
Yeah.
So the 26th is the one where like Av and Rod are battling and Murder and J. Crew. That's a couple weeks away, But the pit is having an event this Sunday as well. They actually having a really, really, really like interesting battle for the headline. It's a grudge match. With Trey and Gutter, and if you know what I mean. Why this a big deal?
I was trying to see the date. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get up with y'all and see. I'm gonna definitely try to do that for sure. I'm definitely gonna try to do that.
Hey, shout out to D and Miss Kelly and Alan over there at Bars Over Bricks for putting on this fire card, and it's gonna be crazy. We got our tickets already. We in the building. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's up the street. We gonna bring a chicken box and all that. But all right, so I got a question for you, and I figured it's gonna be easy for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Who gets on your nerves the most?
In the bricks, you mean?
Look, I got two. One is gonna be in general in battle rap, and one is gonna be in RBE specifically.
Who gets on my nerves in battle rap?
I know you love the trolls, so we're not talking about them. But
yeah, I love the troll. Like, yes, the trolls keep my energy high. I can't really say. And this is no disrespect to her, but my verse.
Oh, okay.
I know y'all who thought I was gonna say someone else, but yeah, my verse. And this is why I say that, because I feel EJ, I'm a dude. What you mean?
Yeah.
For
don't do it.
That women in battle rap are trying to. I understand. Listen, I have no problem with someone standing on their laurels, and I mean, I respect her for that. But at the same time, the way I look at things is you're very picky about who you battle and when you battle and where you battle, and that's cool. But you have a chip on your shoulder that I feel you shouldn't have. Maybe. Now I understand that maybe different people that she's dealt with, she hasn't, they haven't been forthcoming, but that doesn't mean that everybody's that way. But again, going back to Bonnie gave her one of her first shots. Or her shot, I should say. And it was on URL. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that was the biggest shot that anybody was going to give you. At that time, nobody wanted to give you anything. They didn't feel as though she had put in any work for real to be in female battle rap, to ask for the names that she was asking for, and Bonnie gave her that. So I feel like when you're in battle rap and you're doing certain things, you have to pay it forward. I feel like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shut up, EJ. I'm definitely going to slander her, and I'm going to call you, and we're going to talk about it.
All right. So speaking of the people who get on your nerves the most.
That was who got on gets on my nerves.
Who from Rare Breed Entertainment specifically? Gets on your MF nerves the most?
Oh, Caution.
Oh.
I did not expect that, but then again,
I kind of did.
Oh yes. And it's a good get on my nerves. But
Right.
yes, but her and Breed may be up for runner 1 and 2 because these are the two that everybody else will respect my no calling me, they listen to your bars or whatever, and these two completely don't care. They don't care. They will call me and Breed or just I'll kind of be looking at the phone, especially when it's battle time. I'll be looking at the phone like he gonna try to set me up. And then it'll be like, no, Wing, I'm serious. I got something to talk to you about. And as soon as I pick up that phone, he just starts.
I said, hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
She'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to run this past you. I'm like, look, you got a whole team. You can call EJ, you could call Shy, you could call so many different people. Why do you want to hear? Because I just want to hear what you think about. No. I'll see her and get in the car and she'll be like, bro, what are you doing? Like, come on. Her and Breed are so disrespectful. They are so disrespectful.
Not disrespectful.
Impeding on my time, I don't appreciate it.
Right.
Mo Queen, listen, Queen Mo, I'm telling you, you don't know. She'll tell you, you don't know her life. No, you don't know my life. You don't know my life.
You don't know. You ain't living my life.
You don't know my life.
Hey, yo. All right, so
what's your message to your fans?
I appreciate all of y'all. The journey. That Sniper was just telling me when he knew that I was coming on this morning. He was telling me, when if don't nobody else know your story, I know your story. He was just saying how you were basically behind the scenes helping. Like, it's just, we don't have to go back into that, but I just appreciate the support from so many different people, from my team, who I've always been like, I want them to be right by my side when I'm going through, these different things and building building me up. I need y'all to be right there. And I love the fact that they were so selfless to say, no, we need you on the forefront and we're going to be right here supporting you. You know what I mean? You don't have that in you have people who do that, but you don't have that in battle rap to where, these are the people that are so happy just to see the things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because they know it's going to come back around. But, there was a time where I didn't have that. I always had it from them, but it was a time where I didn't have it from the person I felt I needed to have it from. So, the when I get the inboxes of people who have been around me for so long and they're like, you are doing it. Like, you really doing it. I'm so proud of you. You've been here and you really leveled up. Like, I'm proud of you. And it's just I get those, something like that every other day, every few days. So, or something, just people who have been from the AFM movement and they hit me up on Instagram and see something that I'm doing. So I really appreciate those people because I truly do it for them as well as the Briccs. But I truly do continue to do that because they have such high hopes for me that I didn't even realize for myself. You know what I mean? That was not something that my OG, she was telling me. She said, people don't really understand you when you're the type of person that you don't run to the celebrity, you run away from it. Mm-hmm. And it's a truth. Because this is, you know what I mean? I've been around so many celebrities in my life. This is something that it gets ugly. It can corrupt you. I have been told when you've changed a lot because certain things you have to be hardened by because of how people do things. Mm-hmm. So yeah. That's what it is for
me. So it's time for your shout outs. You know what I mean? Like, anybody you want to shout out, You want to shout out the RBE Media.
Shout out the RBE Media, the EJ Shy Sick. Shout out to the Bricks. Shout out to ARP, Lawrence, Tata, and Ant.
Shout out to the top dogs.
Shout out to the haters.
Shout out to the haters.
Shout out to the haters. If you don't have haters, you are not grinding enough. There was a time where I was upset about the haters and the trolls. I love y'all. I love y'all. I like to hear all about me. So shout out to y'all. So yeah, I definitely and just shout out to everybody who everybody who is just supporting the Bricks, who shout out to y'all. Shout out to, y'all definitely have I appreciate how you guys really just came and just caught on to the wave. You know what I mean? And got in tune with us. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the media outlets that do support the Bricks and really see what we're trying to do over here. Because I mean, so many people ask for this, and it's like, y'all asked for it, and now that we're doing it, it's a big deal. It's we shouldn't be doing it.
People gonna say something about whatever you do, but as long as they're saying something about whatever you doing, I mean, you're supposed to keep doing that shit.
Right. Right.
Hey, keep them talking. Give them something to talk
Thank
about.
You guys in the comments, I appreciate that. Yeah. So, and I, like I said, I really appreciate y'all for this. And I know some people thought it was going to be something else, but I appreciate y'all tuning in for the chaos that it wasn't.
It was exactly what y'all thought it was going to be.
No, it really wasn't. I held back a lot.
Hey, look, you dropped a lot of gems in there.
Yes.
I tried. I have my cliff notes that I didn't use all the way. But,
hey, you want to fire some of my mouth real quick? Like, first of all,
I have to start off that way so that they know who they dealing with.
Oh no, definitely.
DJ, shut up.
She really did hold back. Hey, you know what? You were very, very tasteful. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta let people know what time it is sometimes.
Yeah, it's no reason. I'm not mad about anything. I sleep very well at night. The perceptions that y'all have are wild, but I'm entertained because, I mean, who are you to tell me what my life is? And the Bricks, like I said, it's 25 Bricks that are loving life right now.
Hey,
and even the ones that aren't in the Brick process, the ones that aren't are responsible adults enough to not put it out there into the world. Might see them back.
Hey, and hey, shout out to all of the Bricks. Shout out to everybody over at RBE that's doing their thing, maintaining their positions.
I am not. Y'all are instigating something that it is not supposed to be. As you see, I kept a smile on my face the entire time. I gotta get some phone calls because I know there was a few during that time.
So where can the people find you, Wayne?
Right there at Twitter at Miss Lita Truth. You can definitely find me there. You can find me on Instagram. What the heck is my Instagram? I think it's Wing Truth. I have two. Yeah, I have two, but I don't know how I ended up with two. But yeah, I noticed that the other day. That is so crazy. But yeah, it's Wing Truth _ the breakdown. That's you can definitely find me there on Instagram. On Twitter. I have it to where, if you are trying to send me battles, I do have to follow you back. Just shoot me a a free form at and follow me back and just, or you can just put the battle in the on the thread or whatnot, because what I like to do is when you put battles on my thread, there's other people watching. So, that might be a good look for you. So definitely, if I don't follow you back, don't get upset about it. Definitely put that footage right there, and it's there. It's not going anywhere. When I'm at work, I will definitely be watching. And I don't always get back to you because, again, there is a whole life that I have, and people be dragging me out of the house when I don't want to go anywhere.
On Sundays and stuff.
Trying to kidnap me.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm a whole homebody. I am such a homebody. But so just like I said, I see them and just, continue to remind me from time to time. I am a friendly person. Just don't spam
me.
Facts.
Be consistent.
And you gonna my man Murder a phone call?
I'm not gonna call him tonight, but that's my nigga. I am definitely calling him. I got a couple of phone calls to make while you playing.
That's so different.
Who has been hitting me up, but I'm definitely calling Murder. See what we talking about. And the thing about it is, he could have texted me and told me that. The last time I talked to Murder, I think he was talking about one of the events. But he never said nothing else. He already know what time it was. I was starting this process. He know what time it is.
Okay.
Hey, look. 2023. Never know what you going to see.
Things change. Things change. And
hey.
Come on over to Death Row.
That part, okay.
Hey, yo. Well, look. We see what's going on over there. You feel me? Salute to y'all. Like it's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's beautiful to see it. I know for one, I saw it from the beginning, and to see where it is now. The game has changed. You feel me? The game has changed. It's not the same.
And that's all I wanted to do is they left the door open for the kid. Let me tell you, nobody wanted me to do this. Like I said, this is something, and I'm not gonna hold y'all up much longer, but this is something that I've been doing for years, and nobody wanted to allow me to do this.
Oh man.
Well,
it's
done now.
It's done now.
It's done now.
All I can say is, like, once I saw you grab 6 up, I was like, oh, she is really not playing.
I'm not playing at all.
That's the bro,
I'm the watcher. I had a game plan before it even started. Like I told Six, they'll tell you one of Wing's favorite sayings. Y'all need to do a show where that's a question y'all ask. What is one of Wing's favorite sayings? Be ready so you ain't got to get ready. That is what I tell them all the time.
Yeah. I like that.
So to all of y'all that was watching, I know a lot of the artists from the pit, had a lot of questions. I hope they got answered. You feel me about the whole process?
I hope so.
What you guys look for, and hopefully, I know a couple of them are definitely paying attention. Because they're hungry and they really want to know like what the leagues are looking for and what they had to do. A couple of y'all, I think, are doing the right things.
Timing is everything.
Timing.
Just timing is everything.
Hey, and pop out. You feel me? Pop out to the events. You can't always get someone to come to you.
Yeah, and network. And network. You never know who maybe will be at an RBE event. You got to be around for people. You just never know. Even if you don't get a 1SK, there may be other opportunities that are there for you. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta know. You gotta know that. So it's just kind of like I said, everybody. You cannot be afraid of somebody telling you the real. That's what you got to understand. Everybody is not made for every platform. You got to know that. So that's
That's true. That's true.
Boom. Hey,
Have a chance.
Well, listen, I don't want it to end. You feel
Right.
me? Like I could talk, I could have this conversation with you all night. You know, like dead
Listen,
serious. You
okay. Hey,
know,
we can do a part
but
2 next week. It don't matter.
look,
You know,
look.
hey,
Whenever you want to chop it up with us, you let me know or let F dot know, and we will definitely make it happen. Like
absolutely,
I feel like I
absolutely.
learned so much
Yes.
just from this, conversation we had about
Absolutely fire.
exactly, and there's some more things that I've thought about that I want to get into the next time we do have a conversation now, since we
That is
you
fine.
know how it goes. But
That
thank
is
you
fine.
so much for
Thank you,
coming up here
Wayne.
with us.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
I
Anytime.
appreciate
I
it so much.
appreciate it.
You definitely are like Magneto right now.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
you like Professor X of the game right now. Like you like got all the X-Men over there. So hey,
Hey, I try, and that
listen. Let me say this. What Payne did,
he listen. That's another one. He didn't get
hey
on my
yo,
nerves. He didn't get on my nerves, but he
hey yo.
definitely. Every day I talk. Every day I talk to Payne, and it was just like, you know, the switch of the battles really put him in a even more focal point. But Payne is like, yeah, I'm tired of these niggas. I'm tired of them. That was the sentiment
Yes, sir.
for every brick. They was like, look, we stepping out in all black. We coming for war. Like they was not playing. They was not
Right.
playing. It just the unity was just insane. How and that played a big part for them too. So
Mhm.
yeah. But Payne was not. We call him the face. That is what he is. That is what he is.
The promo game,
Yeah.
the the actual skill set. You feel me? Like the hunger, his professionalism. He know how to turn up on you. He good at talking shit. You feel me? Like, hey,
And let me
he's a
tell y'all
battle
this
rapper's battle
too.
The
rapper.
it factor.
The face-offs were delayed, but they will be coming
Wow.
out. You will be seeing
Okay.
Okay.
some snippets of some things too.
I know,
So
because there's some things that I need to see that people keep telling me that I ain't seen that I need to see because things gonna make sense why they saying things that they saying right now. I wanna know
yeah,
what they're saying. I wanna know. So
brings
when they dropping
everything
again?
into y'all will see it. They'll
It's
be
about
out
to drop.
soon.
It's
They'll
about to
be out
drop.
soon.
It's about to drop.
What's that?
I said it's about to drop.
What's about to drop?
The face off. They
Oh,
about to get
yeah. They're coming soon. They're coming
like
soon.
like this week, like this weekend.
No.
You trying to know.
He's trying. He is
Look,
trying.
well, look, I got the VOD, so I don't care. So I already seen the battle. So
Right.
look, y'all can wait for the face offs. You feel me? I already
Period.
seen the finished
Yes.
product.
Okay.
Period.
Drop your $30 and hurry up and go watch it because
That
hey,
part.
y'all don't know
That
what y'all missing.
I like that
Y'all
y'all
don't know what
dropped
you're
the
missing.
face offs after though. I
Yeah,
like that.
and that's what I told ARP. But he and like I said, we'll be doing it for this one, but he likes how we did it for straight to it. So he kind of want like this is what I mean by him setting his ways. That part.
Right.
Hmm
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
like
I
you don't want to
mean,
replicate. Like, hey, they don't care. They liked it. Let us
right,
have it, please. Yeah. So
right. Well, Wayne, once again, thank you for pulling
Thank
up
you so much.
and spending some
absolutely.
time with us. We appreciate it. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Like we feel like we officially bricks now too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like real shit. We
Okay,
feel like
yes, y'all. We gonna make y'all honorary bricks.
we
We definitely,
honorary
'cause y'all been
bricks.
working for
You
us.
feel
Y'all
me?
have definitely been
Hey.
working for us. Y'all
And
honorary
plus,
bricks for sure.
they all our family. You feel me? Like we feel
Yeah.
like we built a bond with everybody that we came across that's involved in it.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
shout out to all of y'all. You feel me? Shout out to my little cud motherfucking caution down there in the 757 and J Bree. You feel me?
Oh, worry, yeah, them
the
worry, yeah.
Hey, y'all gonna see us in the live one day, like down there with them, like real shit, like real singers. We gonna pull up on it, like for real. Like it ain't that far. We definitely gonna pop out.
Come on through. Come on through.
Hey, but Shan, look, we love y'all. Thanks to everybody who pulled up. You feel me? For the people that's in Baltimore that's gonna be there Sunday, we will see y'all at the event. Trey vs. Gutter is the main event. Oh man, like we don't know what's about to happen Sunday. It's about crazy, yo. It's about to be crazy. And then, hey, go get the VOD.
Please.
Rapbread.com. They take Cash App.
$90.
Cash App in there.
And y'all need to get paid tomorrow.
Like we said, it's a 3.5, yo.
And subscribe, y'all. Like, comment, share,
subscribe to the channel. Yes.
Yeah. The trolls too. Y'all can subscribe to you. Come back for the next interview we do and troll them too.
Please do. I had fun with y'all. Make sure you fact check before you come through. You know, next time, you know, you may hit a little nerve or something next time. Who knows? Yeah.
Hey, we love y'all.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you again, Wayne.
Definitely
gonna tap back in with you. Hey, we out.
All right.